Okay, so I think we're all good. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to start early so that I can check if everything will go well. But yeah, let me get this. Okay. So if you are here, please can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So this one that we started early like this. So I think let me think of something to talk about before we probably start talking about Upwork. All right. So let me just give me a second. Let me post on. Okay. Okay. It's a pleasure meeting you too. So today, I think this is the first webinar we're holding for this year, and I want it to be very consistent. The last one we held was in I think December, and for that, what happened was I reviewed a lot of people's profile, and because of that, YouTube brought down the video. So because of the links, because I think we're using the Telegram support group, because we have a Telegram support group. So Upwork brought down the video. I had to like re-edit everything and re-upload everything. Even the portfolio, we had another webinar like that where I spoke about how to build a portfolio as a beginner. I think YouTube also brought down the video, and I didn't even have any strength to edit it or cut down anything. So for today, I'm also, if time permits us, I'm also going to review some profiles, but I'm going to review it in relation of probably the name, or if you please ensure that you're in our Telegram support group so that you can send your profiles. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to work side by side with my phone, so that when you post your link, I'm going to open it on my phone, and then I'll see your name and check on Upwork. So that way this video is still going to be here and all that. Now, if you are here, it means one thing. It means that you already have a skill. It's very important because you cannot work on Upwork without having a skill. A lot of times it's even people that are like very very skilled in what they are doing, it takes them some time to land their first role or second role or whatever. But then you need to first have a skill. If you don't have a skill, there are different ways for you to learn. Even if a lot of people can learn on YouTube, I'll always say that people learn on YouTube sha, but there's It will be faster or much easier if you have like a personalized learning. So not just watching random video, because YouTube videos, and let me tell you something about YouTube videos, they've already done all the trial and error, and yeah, they are coming to show you the results. But then if you're in a live training, they're literally going to be showing you every single thing. There are mistakes, you're going to see it so that you know how to avoid that mistake. The errors that they face or the issues they face, you're literally going to be seeing how everything is. Okay. But if it's a training that is just pre-recorded, it's very possible that they might have cut out some parts. They might have removed some parts on probably an issue that may occur. And when you're practicing on your own, you notice that this issue occurred here, but I'm not seeing it in this person's own. Okay, so that's an advantage. That's me. I personally prefer live training. Jesus Christ, I prefer live training to anything. So it's good that I'm seeing every single thing you are doing. As you are doing it, I'm watching you. If you are making any errors, I'm learning from the errors. I'm knowing that, okay, when it's time for me to practice on my own, I'm not going to go through this route. I'm going to do the correct one. Okay, so it will help you. And when you start working for clients and a client probably encounters the same issue, you'll be able to sort it out. Why? Because you know what to do per that issue. So I believe that one of the easiest way to learn is when the person is live. That's why our secondary school and primary school, we're not sitting at home and the teacher will record the video and they will now go and watch it. No, it's always live so that you can learn every single thing. So as I was saying, that you should learn a skill. You can use YouTube to get started, to just get the background, but I would always encourage you that you look for somebody that is quite good at what you do and learn. So if you want to learn graphics design, you can learn that. If you want to learn graphics design, there are quite a number of skills, like a lot. Please let me know if you can see my screen. I think you should be able to see my screen. So there are quite like a whole no a lot of skills that you can learn. You can learn virtual assistants, you can learn graphics design. A lot of people say virtual assistant space or virtual assistant niche is very, very saturated. I don't believe anything is saturated. How many people are we? Were like 7 billion people on the earth. Actually, I don't believe anything is saturated. It's just how you're able to stand out. Yes, it's very possible that somebody may post a job like this job now, they posted it. Somebody may post a job, and I've not started though, so that when people come in by 8:30, they should not be shouting that I started. I'm just brushing through. So it's very possible that, okay, somebody might post a job. Okay, this job now is 28 minutes, it's still less than 5. 1 hour is 10 to 15. Yesterday 20. So you may say it's saturated. There are times that you may say it's saturated, but all you have to do is to just work smartly, especially if you're somebody that wants to probably land a job on Upwork. Now, Upwork is not the only platform you can get jobs. You can get jobs everywhere. You can get jobs from Facebook, from Twitter, from your WhatsApp status. You can get jobs anywhere, even word of mouth safe. You can get job anywhere, okay? But then what Upwork is just like a to me, Sha, I feel Upwork is, in talking about platforms, freelancing platform, I think Upwork ranks the top because the user interface, it's very easy for users to use, both freelancers and hiring managers. And it's not even difficult. You can easily, should I say easily land it? I don't want to be using words that provoke anybody, but I feel if you do the right strategies and keep applying, that's the thing. That's where the issue comes in. Keep applying because it's not cheap, it's not free. Rather, it's not free, neither is it cheap to apply to jobs. But then if you keep applying to jobs consistently with good cover letters, being very strategic. For example, I feel that some of the best days to apply to jobs are Sundays by this time, because this time in US, some places in the US, it's currently 12 p.m., and other places it might be, in Canada it's 1 p.m. Other places for EST time zone it's 3 p.m. So it's around this time that clients are already thinking that, oh, I'm going to need help tomorrow, and they will come here. And around this time, quite a number of people are already sleeping. Like this time in Philippines is like probably maybe 4 a.m. in Philippines time. I know that a lot of, if you've perused through Upwork and all, you know that quite a number of the clients, they always like want to hire they always want to hire okay, it's 3 a.m. Philippine time. They always want to hire Philippines. You see strictly Philippines and all that, because Philippines, they work hard. I mean, they work hard, and most of them charge for less. Some of them actually charge high. I mean, I work with some Philippines and they pay them very well in our firm. It all depends on the company. So yeah, I've not started Upwork. So I was talking about like you need to have a skill, and you need to be very good at what you're doing. You need to be very good at your the skill you're learning. And don't learn a skill without practicing. Don't learn a skill without practicing. Always try to practice at every step of the way. So me, I'm still upskilling. I want to learn a lot of things. I mean, before the year ends, I want to like learn up to like 4 extra skills. I've already learned like one, maybe three to go. So what I do is, when I there are times that I actually miss the live. If I miss a live session, I will try to watch the video before the end of that day, because I work for one of my jobs. I work like 9 to 10 hours for that job. So sometimes I'm not free to join in the live stream. So what I will do is, at the before the day ends, when I'm done with work, probably 6 p.m., because time zone change. In Nigeria, I was working from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., but now I'm working 9 a.m. to 6. So what I'll do is that that's 6 p.m. Once I am done with my job, maybe 6:30 to 7 or 7 p.m., I'll start watching the videos. So when I watch the videos and all, so what I do is that I try to watch the videos twice. So I'll try to watch the videos 2 times. So I can watch it before I sleep, and I can watch it in the morning. After watching it twice, I'll make sure I understand. I'll make sure I understand very well the first time. So the first time, I may put the speed at, the speed is usually at 1. So I may put the speed at 0.75, so that it will be very slow and I'm following. And then the second time, I can put the speed at 1.5. And for that time, yeah, so I can put the speed at 1.5. And for that time, what I'll basically be doing is to, and I always write down. Yes, the first time I always write down. I think my notes is there. I always write down. I write down the key headings, how it was done. Sometimes I will even draw itself. I will draw the place. For example, if I'm learning about Upwork, I can literally draw this thing and write out all the stuff at the bottom. So that's what I do for the first video, where I write. Then the second video, I try to, as the person is teaching, I try to like predict the next thing, in relation to just show that I understood what was taught at first. And then after that, the next time it will be for me to practice. And when I'm practicing, I'm not practicing with the video, I'm practicing with my notes. I know there are some people that, when the way they learn in the sense that, okay, when the person is teaching, they are practicing. That's also a very good way to learn also. But I have my bias sha, because you can be learning and practicing the way the person is doing, and then you miss something, you now be bringing the person backward. It happens a lot. So what I would say is that first time, just focus on learning it. The aim is, I know that the aim is for you to land a job, but the major aim is for you to basically understand it. Because most times, it's not even what you learn that you might work with your clients. Like, you might work in the same, like, um in the same thing. Okay, virtual assistant, yeah, you're working as a virtual assistant, but it might be something different. But then if you understand the basics or the foundation of what you learned, it's going to be very easy for you to navigate the other parts. Okay, so I never plan to say this self, but I just thought that, I mean, we have 14 more minutes to wait, so let me just give people some pep talk. So yeah, so what I do the first time, that I will just watch the video in a slower mode. The second time, I watch the video 1.5 or 2, depending on how fast or how slow the person speaks, because people speak in different ways. So what I'll do is 1.5 or 2, and I'll be very focused. I'll try to be predicting what they say. And then the third time, I'm going to practice with my notes. So I'm going to practice with what I wrote down. And then after that, I can now watch YouTube videos. All this happened within 2 days, within probably the next class or whatever. So that's just, I know you might say, I'm busy, I'm still busy. So I work 10 hours a day for one job. And on my Upwork profile, how many jobs do I have? Exactly. Though all those my other jobs, they are just like, maybe there's one that is like 30 minutes in a week. like that. But then I always try not to sleep without doing the thing I'm supposed to do. Just always imagine that you have exam to write the next day. I know some of us will still sleep, sha, but most of us we will not sleep. We'll make sure we read, especially if we've not been reading all through the semester. Okay, we make sure we read and that. So I always, like, if I say I want to learn a skill, I will just know that from when the training start begins to the end, I don't have myself. Sleep will be like, I can literally divide my sleep to two. Instead of sleeping like 9 hours a day, I can sleep like four and a half or something, just within that period. Because I mean, I will always say that it's people that have plan B that used to give up. This is, I don't have any plan B. I don't want to sit down and work in any office that will make me to be moving up and down, except it's my own office. Okay. So this is actually what I want, to actually work remotely. I want to earn well, live a good life. I mean, gone are the times where we used to say, oh, maybe probably when we're growing up, we'll be comparing our parents with some other people. Say, ah, why did my father not do this now? See how that be driving jeep. Now it's your turn to it's your turn to make your children proud, so that they will not compare you. Okay. So yes, that's how many more minutes? 11 more minutes. So let me just talk a little bit about Upwork. I mean, this is question and answer, and today we are going to be delving into Upwork and just revisiting. It's very common for you to know something and you just forget it, and you not apply it, or you just apply it for some time and then you just forget about it. It's very common. But then today we're going to revisit a lot of things that you think are basic, but they are the crux of your Upwork account standing out and giving you an edge in the freelancing sphere. Okay. So, like I said before, Upwork is an application or a website where you can land jobs. So this is what it is. It is www.upwork.com. So anybody, as long as you are 18 years and above, so you open my account. As long as you are 18 years and above, you are able to join Upwork. Okay. So when you join Upwork, Upwork is going to ask you to put in a tax information. This is for people that are in Nigeria. If you're not in Nigeria, they'll still ask you to put in tax information. Okay. So what you can do is that you can register for tax to get a tax ID. You can use TIN. I don't know what Tinubu is saying though, but I don't know if anything is changing. That one is not my business. But you can use this TIN. What's the website? JTB. Let's see. JTB. This is for Nigerians. JTB tin. So you can use this to get a tin. Tin is tax identification number. Yes. No. So JTB tin, of course, Nigeria. So this is how this. I think this is it. So they're going to give you something like this afterwards. Is you'll just register, and then I think it takes some few weeks, and they're going to give you your tin certificate. So you can add this to your Upwork when you open an Upwork, or when they're asking for it, or you can use your NIN. Okay. So when you open your Upwork account, that's like the first thing they're telling you to add, that you should add your tax ID, or I don't know if they tell you to verify your account, because usually they'll tell you to verify your account when you land your first job. So when you get your first job on Upwork, the next thing is for you to verify your account. So I will always say that if you want to be a freelancer, one thing you should always work towards getting is your international passport. It is going to, you can use NIN, you can use driver's license, you can use any other thing they used to use for identification, but things will be faster, easier, less stressful for you if you have your international passport. So it's very important. And I mean, if you're a freelancer, a remote worker, you should have your international passport. You don't know whether the person that you're going to land the job, the person that is going to employ you, is going to bring you to wherever they are. So when they say, oh, please, we're in need of, I know you're working from Nigeria, but we're in need of a sales representative that would be physically be in our office. Are you available to come over to Nigeria? You now say, I've not done my international passport yet. It takes 7 months. Once you start getting your first job, or once you've made up your mind that no matter what comes my way, I'm going to work remote, I'm going to land a remote job. Please go and get your international passport. So if you can use your international passport to verify. Please, when you are verifying your Upwork after getting your first job, ensure that your device, your camera is very, very clear, because a lot of people face issues where they don't verify early. Okay, so you can verify because they will also scan your face. I think they do that. They'll scan your face and then you verify with your international or your ID. So you can use NIN, you can use international passport to be faster. For LinkedIn, you notice that there are some LinkedIn accounts that are verified. You can only use international passport for LinkedIn. You cannot use NIN. So that's just the issue. But for Upwork, you can use NIN, you can use international passport. Okay. But to prevent any delay, it's just best that you have your international passport. I think it's faster now, safe. People get it faster. Or you don't even need to pay an agent. You can do it online. You can apply for the stuff online. I don't know how they do it, but me, I paid an agent. Sha. So so yes, it's very good to have your international passport if you're in Nigeria. And then if you're not in Nigeria, you should have a means of identification. It would help you. So yeah, okay, quite a number. Telegram group. Please, Gift, can you share the Telegram link? I don't know. Is it possible to post a link there? I don't know if it's possible to post a link. Hmm. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let me see. Has she been able to post it? Please, who knows how to get international passport? I think you can. I don't know. Let me see. See, Google has been my friend recently. Nigeria international passports, or how to get international passports. International passport. So you can do 5 years. You can do 10 years. Depends on how much you have. So I think you come here to Nigeria Immigration Services. So you can apply for it here. What does this even mean? Okay, yeah, so you can apply for it here. See it here. passport.immigration.gov.ng. So you can apply for fresh passports. Okay. So your NIN, I think you can apply for it here to start the process. I know you can do it online now. Since Tinubu became president, it was easier for you to do it online. So this is where you just come to. Then for the tin, you can go to that JTP tin. But the way, I don't know, the way, Tinubu said something about, should I be saying Tinubu? President Tinubu said something about the new tax law that is coming. So I don't know if you are doing anything. I just feel you should you should not use Lagos. Me, I use Lagos, sha. But I don't. I just feel that I know some governors may not agree to some of the things that may transpire, but it's next year. So if you are doing anything, just if you can avoid Lagos. If you cannot use Lagos, like me, I use Lagos for everything, but nobody's going to stress me with any tax. They should go and collect the Upwork. I think Upwork takes 7.5% or 0.75 tax. So what Upwork does is that to apply to get a job on Upwork, you're going to use Connect. So there's something called Connect. I'm going to talk about it. We're starting in 4 minutes. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm just brushing you through. Upwork, you need to buy Connect to get a job. One job can cost maybe 17 Connect or 15 or 20 or 25. And then after getting the job, Upwork is going to take 10% or 15%, depending on the niche. So if it's a virtual assistant, administrative assistant niche, they're going to take 15%. If it's a customer support, I think they take 15%. But for some jobs, they take 10. So the lower the saturation, the lower the percentage, but it doesn't go below 10%. Though in that their news, the first news they broadcasted without regarding this increase, they said some of the jobs will be 5%, but we have not seen any job that is 5%. So Upwork takes 10 or 15, and then they take tax. So they take VAT. So that tax, I don't know if Upwork pays tax to Nigeria. I don't know. But we're a third world country, so they're probably still keeping it in their pockets. So yes, this is where you can register for the GTB thing. Okay, and then for your this thing, you can start the application here. So you can do 5 years or 10 years. And all. Okay, so give me a second. Let me get the Telegram link. Sorry, let me make you an admin. Let's see. Okay, got it. One of the most confusing ways. Um, okay, so I've made you an admin. You should be able to. Okay, so let me just still review the question from the pep talk that we've started with. Let me review the questions if there are any before we get started. So somebody is going to post the Telegram link here on the chat. How to get international? You can apply there. I just started my immigration office in any of your states. Do we need the passport for Upwork? Passport. You need. I feel it's easier to verify your account, because some people, when they after they get their first job, it takes them days to verify their Upwork. I've received a lot of LinkedIn messages on how they be trying to verify their Upwork is not working. They're using their distance. I feel if I know that if you are using your international passport, it's going to be swifter, very fast. And then for LinkedIn, you can only verify your LinkedIn with an international passport. You can only verify your LinkedIn account with an international passport. So there's a tick. There's a let me go to my profile. So there's this tick. See this stuff here that says the account is verified. So you can only verify. See, Odosa has verifications. You can only verify your LinkedIn with your international passport. If you have used something, if you have used another thing to verify your LinkedIn, let me know, because we're having issues. It's only international passport it agrees. My screen is not clear. Is my screen not clear? Because this one is not Glow or MTN though. Because that's why I started this thing 20 minutes, 30 minutes earlier to ensure that there are no issues. So is there anybody having issues seeing my screen? Is it still not clear? Let's change the quality. Okay, let me change the quality to 720. Is it better on your end? I think that was the issue. Or me, I'm even behind safe. Okay, is it better? Okay, so I think let's get started. Welcome to free webinar. So I usually hold, I was more consistent last year. For last year, we held like 4. YouTube brought down 2 because of the links that were showing. So what we usually do at the end of each webinar is that I get to review people's profiles. So I already mentioned that what we're going to do is you're going to still paste your link on Telegram, but I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to click on the link, and then I'll come on Upwork to search for the name. So that way I'm not the video is still going to be there. Okay. Then we also, for last year, we also did a video on how to create a portfolio as a beginner, and YouTube brought it down too. So our next webinar will be regarding portfolios and cover letter. I'll touch a bit about cover letter and proposals today for sure. So yes, this is our first webinar for this year, and it's not going to be our last. I think we have 3 more webinars. We have the dates for each of them. Let's see. So I think this is it. So yeah, I was supposed to also host a paid Upwork webinar, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So you can just scrap this. So this is what we're going to do. The next will be in September 5th, and then October. So just keep this at the back of your mind. But there will be no Upwork paid class for now, except I change my mind. But for now, we'll just be telling you people here. Is it still blurry? I think it's clear. So what you should do is that change your settings. Come here, change your settings and change the quality to 720p. I don't think it's from my end again. Okay, so it's clear. Let's move forward. So yeah, this is Upwork, where Upwork is a freelancing platform where you can land jobs. So the reason why I like always talk about Upwork is because I mean I can only talk about what I know. I cannot come and talk about Fiverr because I don't know anything about Fiverr. I feel Fiverr is just very complicated. I don't even think I have an account on Fiverr. I cannot talk about freelancer.com because I don't really know much. I cannot talk about Jobberman or whichever place people land jobs. I can majorly talk about Upwork because a bulk of my jobs has been on Upwork. I've gotten some jobs through LinkedIn, but 90% of the jobs I've gotten is through Upwork, and I've been able to navigate the platform to work for me. So I'm going to be sharing everything that has worked for me. And there's a disclaimer that it's not, maybe it's not the standard, it might not be the standard, right? Whatever I say is not, may not be, I will always use allegedly. But whatever I will say may not be the standard, but it's my standard. It's what has been working for me basically. So let's start first with the profile before we go into job applications. So now it's very easy for me to talk about how I started out because I got my first job last year. You will not believe it. Yes, I got my first job last year, February last year. Abi? Yes. So I got my first job last year in February, and as at today, 1 year and 5 months later, I'm already like top rated plus. Okay. So I'm going to explain everything, including the badges. I think this was my first job here. So it was last year. So my first job was a $3 per hour job. And after this, I got my second job. This job, I was already being interviewed for this job on late February. Okay, so I got my second job. You can see I'm still doing the jobs. I got my second job, even if my rate is now $20 per hour, but I got my second job here. So I started out with $6 per hour. That was what was on my profile when I started working on Upwork. And when I got this job on a Sunday, 12 p.m. on a Sunday. Okay, so when I got when I was chatting with the client, so when you are speaking with the client, it's not every time that they might tell you to come on Zoom. There are times that they may just chat you up. There are times that they will just give you um a document to read and ask you if you can do it, and you can do it, they'll move forward with you. So for this guy, we're chatting and on. And the funny thing is that the tools he mentioned were tools I've not used before. But what made me stand out was my portfolio. So when I sent my portfolio, he sent me a message. Now I applied to this job like less than 5 minutes when it was posted. So I applied to this job with my portfolio, and you already said, "Oh, your portfolio looks nice." And this, have you ever used TDO before, and Shopify? And I said, that time I was truthful. Well, and now I don't necessarily have any cause to not be truthful again because I have like a lot of experience now. But this time I was truthful. I told him that, oh, I've not. See, I not necessarily say I've not. I just said I've used. Okay, you just learn how to. One of my boss will always say, learn how to turn negative to positive. So instead of saying I've not used it, no, say I've used intercom. So at that time, let me go to my customer support profile. I'll still talk about these profiles, but let me just give you a story that would gladden your heart before you start out. So this is my customer support profile. So when I applied for this job, it was this profile I used. Then it was like five, it was I think $6 per hour. So this is it. So I told him that, oh, I've used Zendex, Intercom, Freshdex, and they are exactly similar as TDO, because what I did was that I researched. Immediately he mentioned TDO, I just went on Google and checked. So after that, oh, it's a live chat application, and these applications also had live chat. Remember, this was not a client work. This was just normal practice. But I made a post like last week how that it's not even wise for you to use clients work for your portfolio. Use dummy template or something. So I said, oh, I've used Zendex, Intercom, Freshdex, and all. And I said, oh yes, that he knows Zendex. Nice. Then I said, oh, because the job was $3 to $5 per hour. That was what the client was willing to pay. And it was interviewing me and another person. I saw that I was interviewing another person also. I will show you how to also see that. So he said, okay, no problem, as long as I'm willing to learn. And then we talked about some other things, and then he asked me if I was going to accept $3 per hour. Remember, I applied to the job with $5 per hour. As a beginner, I said, of course, yes, $3 per hour, no problem, just to build my experience. And then I got the job. So that brings us to the first thing I want to talk about, which is your rates. Now, I know that there are quite a number of people that will tell you not to put a low rate. Even me, I will tell you to not use a low rate. Don't use a rate lower than $5 per hour, if at all. Even if $5 per hour is actually a low rate, but I will advise not to use $5 per hour, because there are like two issues when it comes to clients. If your hourly rate is too high, you are going to have an issue. If your hourly rate is also too low, you are still going to have an issue. Can you hear me? Sorry, Gift, please just be giving me feedback so that I will not be confused, because some people say they can't hear. So if your hourly rate is too high, it's going to be an issue. If your hourly rate is too low, it's also going to be. You have to, as a beginner, first of all, you have to like be very strategic. So if you are offering, depending on what you can do, is that you can research other freelancers in your niche. So for example, let's say graphics designer, okay? So graphics, so what I'll do is, as a beginner, I'll do graphics designer, because Upwork is a competitive market where you have like different people offering different services. Some are still offering your services at different price. Shey, what is happening? I said graphics designer, and it's people that have not earned anything that is showing here. See this one now. It's a new account, no portfolio. No portfolio. Graphics. Is it that graphics is their name? Search. It's giving me name of people. Graphics designer. Okay. So graphics designer, you can search for graphics designer, and you search for your location, because some clients price people based on where they are. That's why for Philippines, you always see them wanting to pay them. In fact, some people will even want to pay them $1 per hour. But Upwork does not allow people go less than $1. But you and your client can talk, and they say they want to pay you $1 per hour. You will look for a way to do it. But they're always looking for Philippines, because Philippines will do the work, and they'll do the work for very less. So I will come here, I'll come to Nigeria. So what I did was that I switched this thing, because on Upwork you have these three. You have talent, projects, and jobs. So I put it at talent, and then I typed graphics designer. Okay. Okay. So I typed graphics designer, and then I'm here checking. Now brings us to this badge. Let me talk about this badge, and we'll continue talking about like what's a good rate to start with. Now, rising talent. Rising talent is like the first badge that you can get as a freelancer. So the way it is that Upwork gives you a badge. If you are even if you are new, you can get this badge. Okay. So first thing first is that your profile has to be 100%. So this thing here, now you can only see this, you cannot see this in your phone application. You can only see this in web version. So if you are using Upwork application, if you are using Upwork yes, Upwork application on your phone, you're not going to see this. You're only going to see this when you are using Upwork web version. So when you are using either Chrome or anything browser, okay, you're going to see this part of it. I think so. So if you open a new profile, your profile will likely be probably 40 something or 60 something. Or if you've had your profile, always ensure that your profile is 100%. That's like the first thing. Nothing about jobs should even concern you when you open an Upwork account. The first major thing that should be at the top of your mind is that percentage. Okay, you have to ensure that your Upwork account is 100%. If you want to know what is missing, what you do is that you just tap complete your profile. Okay, so when you tap complete your profile, it's going to show you what you need to do. So you see these two are not, there's some that are not important. For example, employment history is important, portfolio is important, this video is not important. Like, it's not important to get 100%. I'm not saying it's not important in your Upwork account. Okay, it's very important actually, but you can leave it by the side for now. Yes, it's recorded. You're going to find it on YouTube too. So this is the video introduction. You can skip this and still get a 100% profile. Okay, certification, other experience, and all. So all these are already complete, and then you can do your video introduction. I did my video introduction in I think April. I got that's February, March, April. That's 3 months later after my first job. Okay, so that's how you can get your profile to 100%. What you have to do is to just come here and click it, and then you are good to go. So once your profile is 100% and your picture is okay, this your picture has to be very okay. Okay, your headshot photo, if it's okay and you are active on the platform, you are going to get this Rising Talent badge. So this Rising Talent badge are for people who have earned from zero, active people who have earned from $0 to $1,000. Okay, so $0, $1,000. The Rising Talent is to show that this freelancer, say Rising Talent shows strong potential based on their profile and early success on Upwork. So it just shows that, oh, okay, good to go. It gives you an extra edge with the clients. Shey you see this guy, he has not earned anything yet, but he's ranking at the top. So if a client, see, there are a lot of people on Upwork, there are a lot of clients on Upwork. I know how human beings are. Let's always think the clients are not robots, the clients are human beings. So let's always put it at the back of our mind that these are human beings and people have different requirements. So there's somebody that can just, there's a client that can just wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I want to hire somebody and I want to hire this person full time. I don't even want the person to have any job on Upwork. The person should just be good. So the client can just come and say, scroll through and say, okay, oh, this guy, let's see. The client will go through your bio. So that's the importance of ranking at the top. So the client can say, oh, I'm a graphics designer with experience. This. Okay. The client might say, I like this. The client might also say, I don't like this. But the client can come to the portfolio part and also scroll through if it's actually detailed enough. Okay. I can say, oh, okay. Skills. This guy just has only one skill and is ranking at the top. So I can say, okay, I like his profile. I just send him a message, or I say, I don't like his profile. I'll move on. That's why your profile has to be very, very good. Your profile should be like your house. Especially some people's houses are dirty, so I don't know. Your profile should be like your heart. No, so people have messed up hearts and minds. So what should your profile be like? Your profile should be like your, just something that you like to keep clean. Okay, just something that you like to keep clean. It should be your personal space where anybody that comes in there will know exactly what you can do. They don't even need to text. The only thing they are texting you about is that, oh, please, are you available for 24 hours? That should be the only thing. So that should be the mindset you have when you are creating or organizing your Upwork profile. So yes, as a beginner, what will I do? I want to check, okay, this person is offering $5 per hour. And yes, even as a freelancer, you can see all these people's profile. Okay, the person has 2 jobs. Okay, I can say, okay, is it the person that designs this flyer? Person the author. So yeah, so I can say, okay, this person is $5 per hour. Okay, this person is $15 per hour. Okay, I can say this person is $15 per hour. Okay, looks okay. This person is $10 per hour. This person is $10 per hour. This person is $17 per hour, $10 per hour, $10 per hour, $10 per hour, $10 per hour, $15 per hour. So I can check the first 5 people at the top. $10 per hour, $20 per hour, $20 per hour, $25 per hour, $30 per hour, $10. So for me, if I'm to start out, I'll start with $10 per hour. At least $10 per hour. Now the beautiful thing is that as you start getting jobs, you can start increasing it. So it's very possible that this guy started, funny enough, I know this boy, but it's very possible that this guy started with $10 per hour, and then when he probably got to 500 plus, he increased to 15. So you can increase gradually. Okay, so as a graphics designer on Upwork, I will start with $10 per hour. Okay, So I won't go less than $10 because if you go less, wahala. If you go too much, wahala. So I will start with $10 per hour. So let's check which other niche should we check. Let's say um I don't even know. There are a lot of, let's say, project management. Let's say copywriter. Okay, so for copywriter, how are they showing me for in Canada? So for copy, are you supposed to see somebody? Now, most of a lot of the time, say is what you have on your hourly rate may not be what people employ you with. Okay. So now, first thing first is that this is not good. You need to have a picture here. Now, if it's somebody that already has experience, most times they don't even really care. People will still hire them. But for somebody that is still building, like me, now, I don't have experience. I'm still building. I will have a picture there. So she has a video. I think it's a video. I don't know. So she has a video. That's why it's not probably popping up. So me, I want to add. It's whatever you put at this first place in your portfolio. That's what we show here. Okay. So this is a copywriter. If you check her page, what is it? Fixed. Everything fixed, fixed, fixed. All her current jobs are fixed. But her past job, $10, $10, $10, $10, 15. JC, but me, I don't understand what is this. I don't understand what is this 111. So let's move. Let's go to rising talent. So there's $50 per hour, there's $20 per hour, there's $20 per hour, $20. Most of these $20 per hour, they've not gotten any job yet. $50 per, see all these people that are writing $50 per, if you check their profile, I don't think there will be any $50 per hour job. Usually fixed. Let's see. Fixed price. Fixed price, fixed price, fixed price. We'll talk about fixed price later. So as a copywriter, a beginner, I will want to start now. For high earning niches, I feel if you're starting out, you can start with $10 per hour. So for here, I want to actually start with $10 per hour, and as I keep earning, because most of the prices are fixed, then as I keep earning, I would increase my rates. So when you get your first two jobs and you see that they are solid, increase your rates. So you can always just be at the back of your mind that you can always increase your rate. The fact that you put your rate at a low rate to start with doesn't mean that that's the rate you're going to have forever. And also, it's very possible that the rate that you have may not be the rates that your clients will hire you with. Okay. So yes. So as a virtual assistant, I would say, because of the fact that there are like a lot of virtual assistants there, you can probably put your rate to start at, depending on the jobs. Let's leave all these people now. Let's go to the kind of the way people price it. Remember, it is just for you to start. It is just for you to start. So all these jobs, they should carry these jobs away from my site. Anything Pakistan. So this is 7 to 5. Now, even if your rate is $7 per hour, you can come here and apply to this job. You can apply to this job with $7 and you probably get the job if the client likes you. Okay, so it doesn't matter whatever you have. Whatever you have is just to just put on your profile. When you're applying to job, you can apply with any rate. Okay, so as a beginner, I want to probably apply with either the lowest or the second to the lowest. So the client is willing to pay. This thing you are seeing here means that the client is willing to pay $7 to $12. So I will apply with probably $7 or $8 just to start with. Okay, so that's that for rates to set on your profile and how you can change your rate or check your rate. So now, because I'm updating my profile and there's something I wanted to show you people before I update it. Now you notice that my profile here shows that I am a virtual assistant. I'm a project manager, data entry, all, and I have this here. Okay, and then my second profile shows that I project management, okay, SOP and all that. and that's other things choosing. And here shows customer support. Okay, so the only thing I changed was this project manager where I added all these things. But whenever I am looking for a job, whenever I go through the normal job tab that shows here in this find work, so in this find work side, whenever I come here, let's say most recent, I usually don't find any job in relation to SOP. eh Let me make my screen white then. Where will I even go to? Okay, so let's see if this will be better. Still bright, Jesus. Is this better? Let me know if this is better. You know that this thing was not connected since. Let me just put it on my head. It's giving me one feeling like that. Even as I turned it to white. Have you changed your quality? They will say black is better. Have you changed your quality? Change your quality to 720. Because me, I don't know what is happening. I would have said it's glow now, but there's no glow for me to blame. Okay, so let me change it back to black. Because me, sef, I'm nearly blind. Okay. Now I can see. So yeah, as I was saying, for most of the jobs that you will see on my most recent are majorly customer support jobs. So you come here for the most recent. You Now for this stuff, there was a time that on up for this stuff that is saved here, there was a time that we could save searches. So when you search for a job, let's say customer, I search for customer service. I don't know if you can still, okay, you can still save a search. So you can search for different things. You can write customer service, different this thing, and you save the search. And when you are looking for something or you want to see a particular niche, you can just click that. So this works. So this is what we have here. I did this like last 2 years. I don't even use it. So for this most recent job, you will not see anything like monday.com, SOP, nothing like that. Just watch customer experience, customer support, risk and compliance coordinator, office work, client success, logistics, clients, customer support, cause my profile is everything customer support, customer support, customer support, customer support, customer support. But then if I come here to search, if I'm searching for probably let's say SOP, you would think that probably nobody posted a job in the last 30 minutes about SOP. Okay, so this was 12 hours ago, 2 days ago. So there are probably lesser jobs. So let's type monday.com. I want to just explain the importance of that your all work profile. So monday.com, okay, virtual assistant. So it's showing here Trello, monday.com, ClickUp consultant. Monday.com structure automation 5 to 10. People are seeing jobs everywhere. But then you will not, I will not, I will not see it on my normal Upwork. This is because this brings us back to this part. Let's go to account settings that literally shows you your profile. So a lot of times I used to set my profile on private. So most times I used to post on Upwork and you probably go and check for my profile, you don't see it. It's always on private. Like now my profile has been private on private since yesterday. I don't know, I just randomly do it. Though it actually boosts Upwork algorithm. So you can put your profile on private for like 2 hours and put it on. So Upwork will bring you back up. Boost your accounts. But me, I just like doing it. So this part, if you are trying to probably dust up your Upwork account, maybe it's belong that you've used Upwork, you need to come and check here whether your profile is appearing. So your profile should always be set as public. Okay, except you are probably hiding from somebody, you can put it as private, but you can put your profile should always be set as public. Because if it's set as private, when a client comes and search, when a client search for a freelancer, your profile is not even going to pop up at all. Okay, but I think you can still apply to jobs even if you are private. And your experience level should always be intermediate, except you are very, maybe you have like 100 years of experience, or you are the one that created Google Workspace. You can put it as expert. You are the one that created Canva, you're one of the founders. So this part is very important. This is the part that would show the jobs, that will majorly show the jobs that will be popping up on your profile. Okay, these are the parts that will majorly show the job that will pop up on your profile. That's why on my profile, the major things you will see is, you will see customer service, you will see data entry, okay, you will see a bit of graphics design and all. So this is very important, and you should, I think you can use up to 15. So you should, okay, 10. So you should ensure that everything that is here is in relation to what you can do or what applies to you, because this will determine what will be showing up on your profile. So you have to ensure that you use all the right keywords. Okay, so this is a big deal, a very big deal in relation to your profile. And yes, also this part in your all work profile, this part is also very important. This part is also very important, and you may want to ask, oh, how can I know what to put? For this other one I showed you, you obviously know what to put because it's in what you do. But for these skills, even if you probably already know what to do, but whatever you put here should align with the recent trend on Upwork. So Upwork algorithm changes, I think once in every 2 weeks. They usually switch the people that are on the top. Like for last week, I was on the first page, but this week, me, I don't know where I am sharp because my profile is on private. Okay, so Upwork usually changes the algorithm, and that would mean that this your skills is something that you should come and be alternating once every 2 weeks, once every month. You can choose to do it however you want to do it. Okay, so the way you can search for this is through the jobs. So through the jobs that pop up, you can check for, this job looks like a very sweet job. Let's go back. It says we're looking for assistant in Portugal. So this one, obviously, you have no business applying to this job. So let's go to most recent. There's even best matches. So best matches matches your profile. Okay, it follows suit with how your profile is created. So for this best matches, you see a lot of virtual assistants. See this Notion expert. Do you know why this Notion expert is showing? Because my profile is set with automations. So it's even these best matches that will majorly show me everything in line with my profile. So this best matches is best that matches your profile. So a lot of people may not like to use it, but me, I actually like to use these best matches instead of, either I use best matches or I use most recent, and I also still come and search because there are some jobs that are not showing up on my profile yet. So you find Notion, expert here. Okay, the one, I think one of the reasons why Notion is showing is because Notion is part of my skills here. Even if I have another profile in Notion, but it's part of my skills in this main work. So Notion, you see Notion here, automation. In this my skills, you see Notion here. You see CRM automation. So it's the best matches is in relation to my skills. Project supervisor. So you see project scheduling, milestones, project management, decision making. If you come to my skills profile, you see, share, you see what's this? Project scheduling. So everything that you set on your profile is not magic. It's not just something that you use ChatGPT to construct. No, you have to use the application itself. You have to use Upwork itself to arrange your profile. And one thing that would majorly help you is this all work skills. And this all work only allows you to put 15 skills. That's the wahala. So you have to be very strategic. So if you scroll through, you see plenty things, and all these things are in line with what I have there. So I'm seeing more project management job operations chasing Notion. I'm trying to see if I will see anything monday.com, but I doubt. Even if my profile is there, Notion expert. Oh, Airtable, nice. Okay, so that's majorly it. So these skills, whatever you put here, it is very, very important. Even if you have the opportunity to put other skills in these other two profiles, but this should match whatever you're doing. That brings me to the point where whatever you offer on Upwork, it should sync, or it should be relatable, regardless of the fact that you have the option to have three different profiles. Doesn't mean that you should offer different things. Maybe in one place you are offering um maybe in one place you are offering what are there are just some skills that don't even, they're not even in the same line. So okay, let me give you a skill that is in the same line. Let's say bookkeeping. So you are offering bookkeeping here. Another place you are offering accounting. Okay, another place you are offering maybe financial financial administrative assistant, or refund specialist. It aligns. Even if you can still, if you use one profile sha, they are not really the same like that. So for example, let's say you're offering, let's say for this virtual assistant now, we know virtual assistant is just somebody that works remotely that can assist you. That's just the truth. Everybody, almost everybody, I think everybody that is working remotely is a virtual assistant. But then if we're coming to the specialized meaning, so you can say okay, virtual assistant, project manager, customer support, those three aligns. Let me look for something that does not align. Let's say um ah can you give me an example that does not align? Yes, so for the badge on some of the skills is because of my certificate. So this is my certificate. So for example, customer service. So this certificate show, that's the advantage of adding all these things here. Because if your certificate is verified by Upwork will also dash you skills. That will give you an extra edge for your profile to rank at the top. So Upwork only allows 15 skills here, oh. But because I uploaded a certificate that aligns with that Upwork verifies, they gave me like up to how many skills here? There are plenty skills here that I can use. So that's why it's showing here. Okay, so project workflows is showing here. But then if you come here, is there project workflows here? Project workflows here. So it shows it is certified because I've gone through a project management fundamental training. Okay, so a lot of my students have certificates from Credly. So I also added my IELTS. They are still verifying. Then I added my WES for education. So it's because of this verified certificate. Upwork allows you to add other certificates, like see this one now from Udemy, but then to not allow you to not align any skills to it. Okay, so that's the advantage. Then I was saying something. So I was still talking about these skills. So these skills is like the major frame, the framework of your profile. So which skills don't, which skill does not rhyme? Oh, okay, let's say bookkeeping and website design. So one profile bookkeeping, the other profile website design, the other one copywriter. It doesn't really follow. Even if you can do, if a client even sees your profile, they say, ah, this one is just jack of all trade, master of none. They will not want to trust you. Okay, so I know you can offer 1 million skills, but choose the one that you are very good at and put it in your Upwork. Okay, so you see my profile aligns with it. Okay, now I want to be delving more into like project management. So this period I'm going to be applying to a lot of jobs because I don't usually don't even apply to jobs like that. Okay, so yes, that's the essence of these skills. It should align perfectly with what you are doing. So for me, I will see a lot of customer support job, I will see a lot of project management job, I will see a lot of administrative support job, but I will majorly see it in that best matches. I will majorly see it here. Shey you see data entry. I will majorly see it in these best matches because it aligns with my skills there. So just, I don't want you to see Upwork as magic. Upwork is not magic. Upwork is all about strategy. If a client is allowed to add skills like this here to their Upwork, and your profile does not, you're like, you can do this job, but your profile does not have any of these skills, your profile will not, it will not pop up now. Because when a client posts job, Upwork will also give the client best matches for freelancers. And the way they do it is that they align it in relation to these skills, so it matters. And then if you come to most recent, you see everything about the most recent job is showing, okay, the most recent jobs that if at all you have one or two of the words mentioned in your profile. So that's what it's showing here. So this best matches, it's now in relation to the exact thing that is in your profile. So you will see less customer support jobs here. But for this other most recent, it just show you the most recent. Even if you have one or two, this thing written there, it's going to show you. Okay? So that's like the big deal about skills. So now let's talk about your header. So it is also very important that you write this thing in relation to, because all these things matters in the grand scheme of things. So make sure that this is very well optimized. So what you can do is that you can check the kind of jobs clients post, or you can also check other freelancers profile on how, especially the ones that are ranking on the top. So let's do for virtual assistant. Now, like I said before, Upwork changes the algorithm from what I've noticed once every 2 weeks. That's what they change. Now, it's not compulsory for you to change your own algorithm once every 2 weeks. You can change it once a month. Okay, so you can change it twice a month. You can even change it 3 times a month, but it depends on. Just be very watchful and observant. Mm, let's go to virtual assistant. At least for this thing, I tried to touch other niches. Even if I'm trying to think of others, it's just very few that come to mind. So let's open this. So this shows you virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant. So that means that there's something about virtual assistant alone. There's something about probably not adding. The last time I saw something like this was when I was rising talent. I also changed my own to virtual assistant. I still ranked at the top. So there's something about just writing virtual assistant for all these people that are at the top. Shall you see? Once you see, once you see 5 or 6, a word is established. So you can still come to Nigeria. So there's something about just writing only virtual assistant and all. So you can use that to tweak your header. So this one, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant, virtual assistant. If I were you, what would I go and do? I would change my own to virtual assistant. Probably to just watch everything. Now, people will now ask, okay, I've not landed a job. Does all these things matter? Yes, it does matter. There are people that I think there was somebody in the virtual statue in court one. She didn't apply for the job, but she got an invitation. I don't know. Although there's also some things that happen, some very, very ridiculous things that happen. Now, watch this. This lady is charging $3 per hour, and she has earned $58, probably only one job, and she's ranking at the top. So it doesn't really matter. You can probably from that rising talent, we saw a lot of people that have never gotten any job. They are ranking at the top. So I think one of the things to pursue, if you've not gotten your first job, pursue this talent badge. Pursue it. See this person at $5 per hour, but she has is zero earning. She just wrote lawyers, comma virtual assistant, but she's ranking at the top. Okay, so don't belittle yourself because you have not gotten any job. So that's aside. So me, if I want to, if I want to touch up my profile, I'll probably put virtual assistant. Okay, so that's that for the heading for now. For ranking at the top, you can probably what you can also do is you can probably put, I think this is actually still okay as long as virtual assistant is standing on its own. Okay, but I will choose to still remove this and just put virtual assistant just to watch out this week is. So another thing I will now do is what I will check the skills they are using. So for these skills, I'll probably remove it from Nigeria and just check the person that is ranking at the top. Person that is ranking top, yeah. So one of the things that can also help you rank at the top is JSS. But then if you've not gotten any job yet, it's still not an issue. Because you can only rank at the top when you can only get JSS when you have jobs. See this lady, she doesn't have JSS, but she's ranking at the top. This one doesn't have JSS. This one doesn't have JSS. This one has JSS. This one doesn't have JSS. So this 100%, this job success, this is what I'm calling JSS. It's job success score. Okay. So it doesn't really matter. Just as a beginner, if I were you, I would chase for the rising talent badge. In fact, they have started, there was a time that they even stopped giving people, but now they've started distributing it. So what will I want to do? I will want to check this lady's skills and pick out. Remember, I only have access to putting 15 skills. So I will check her skills and look for something that is consistent. So I will check for the first 20 profiles and look for something that not just something like 15 that are consistent, and then I will update my profile. So these are the skills that she put here: Google form, spreadsheet form, Google calendar, administrative support, virtual assistant, all this stuff. Okay, so good. I will copy it somewhere, or I'll copy it on ChatGPT. I will now come here. This person looks familiar. I think she worked with my company before. So I'll come here, virtual assistant, data entry, Google Docs, email, Facebook, or you can also choose to just put it in Nigeria, bring it home. So you can just streamline it to Nigeria. Okay, so let's see what Nigeria do. So this lady is new. Let me not say she's new, but she's still working her first job. And I can come and check. Okay, I can probably just not check her own and check this boss. This one is a boss. So I'll probably check her profile and look for the skills. Okay. So copy it out, put it on ChatGPT. I'll just say ChatGPT, so from these skills generate 15 that are consistent. Okay, or something like that. So you can check. Eh? Let me not just try. Let's just move on. So you can check this. Okay. So ChatGPT again. I saw ChatGPT in that first one. So you can just look for what is consistent with these people, because they are, for them to be ranking at top, they are obviously doing something correct. So you check the first 20, streamline it, and add it to your profile. As okay, and as you're also checking jobs. You can check most recent jobs to see. Virtual assistant for your past. This one I just posted 25 seconds. Verified. He has not spent any money. So now I think that's let me finish up profile, and then we'll go into what I want to go through. So now anything you have here, always try to spread it around here. So anything you have as your title, always try to spread it around what you have here. So for example, I have this virtual assistant kini kini kini. I can come and put it here. I think I put it somewhere. See it here. I put it here arranged. Okay. You can also put virtual assistant. Just find a way to always put it. Just plenty, plenty, plenty. Like it's possible. You can put it together. You can choose to not put it together, but it must be around here. Another thing is the way you write your bio is very important. It should be very readable. Like this is my detail now. It should be very nice to read. It's not clustered. You literally have this bold and italicized, this bold, italicized, smiley. Don't please use sticker. Is it stickers or smiley? Use all these options. Don't. It's free. You're not paying for it. Use it. Make it look nice. So this will be very easy for anybody that wants to read it. Okay, and you add that, and then yes, so you scatter this around, put it here. Then some of these your skills, all these your skills as the keyword, you should also find a way to also add it in this your bio. Okay, it helps your profile. Now if you are not ranking at the top, it doesn't mean anything. It's not so, it's important let me know, like it's important to rank at the top, yes, but it's not the end. It's not the miss. It's just a miss to an end. You can also without ranking at the top, if your profile is well optimized, when you apply for a job, there's a way. I don't have any screenshots. I wanted to take a screenshot. When you apply for a job, on the client end, there are different things the client see. One, the client will see those who boosted, yes. Two, the client will see best matches. So Upwork gives the client best matches, and the way they use, even if you're a beginner, you don't have any job, Upwork can make you a best match. Why? Because your skills align with what the client is looking for. This is how optimization will help you. So even if you don't rank at the top, if you are best match, the client is it's going to cost, it's literally like a like a design that they don't write best match, it will always like the client's mind will always go there. Okay, so regardless of, don't try to optimize your profile because you want to rank at the top. Optimize your profile because you want your profile to look like something that somebody wants to work with. That's just the truth. So it will also give you an extra edge when you are applying for a job. So now there's one trick that I just recently learned, is that when you apply to a job, it's relative sha, because depending on the job you apply for. So let's say, okay, I apply for like, no, let's say I apply for a job. So what I do is, I've not done this before sha, but it makes sense. So what you can do is, you can come to, so let's say I want to apply for this jack of all trade job. So what I will do is, I will, when after I apply for this job, I will review all the details. Okay, apply. If I apply fast, I'm good. I will add this. The person only needs American sha, but I will copy this and add this as my skills, just for the job to marinate. So after the job marinates and maybe the client reaches out to me, the client doesn't reach out to me, I can change my skills. So I always align it to these skills, because if these skills, let's say if maybe 70% of these skills aligns with what the client needs, it's going to Upwork is going to bring you out as a best match. So yes, I've seen from the client's end, even if you don't have any job, they can make you a best match. Okay. So what I'll do is, I'll just quickly see, it's a mandatory skill. So I'll just quickly copy it. Depending on your profile you use to apply, copy it, add it here, and wait for it to marinate. You can also add it here too, depending on the profile. Okay. So aside that, let me check on you guys a bit. If someone has rising talent already, is it advisable to still optimize on the profile, like write some things if one isn't getting over? Yes, it, even if it, I want to say something, but it's something that's coming to my mind. Even if you are expert vetted, still optimize your profile. Why is this thing taking me to the back? Even if you are expert vetted, you have to still optimize your profile, except you don't want job again. Optimizing your profile helps you have job. Okay, so I think I've answered that. Let's go back. So yes, this part is very important. Your portfolio. Your portfolio should contain every single detail of what you can do. And you don't need to have, if you are a remote tribe student here, you obviously know by this time that you don't even need to have any job experience to have a portfolio. You can have a great portfolio without even landing any job. Okay, you can have a super portfolio without even landing any job. So yes, so this is what I have on my profile now. I changed this. Before, I had one other thing like that. I just recently changed it. Look, it used to be, I've even moved it safe. It used to be this, but I changed it. So this must contain details of what you can do. So if you are a virtual assistant, you should have something like this. You should have your project. I don't think there's any virtual assistant that cannot use even the basics of project management. You can add it here. For this Google Suite, I just put, it's like a, my this thing is like a folder. So this is like a Google Suite folder, where if you click on it, you're going to find all these things. Okay. Now, all these skills are also very important. Upwork only allows you at 5. So you can look for clients' requirements, see whatever they look for. Okay, Canva, data entry, okay. You can also check people's job. It's hard work. That's why I always tell people that if you want your profile to optimize your profile by yourself. Don't pay somebody to optimize your profile. You can choose to pay somebody to teach you how to optimize. I don't know. Depends. You are the one that know how you want to use your money. But do not, me, I'm the one that will tell you how to use your money in this part. Don't pay anybody to optimize your profile. Okay, because profile optimization, you may start seeing results, but profile optimization is something that you have to be doing consistently. So you need to know everything, and it's hard work. Do the hard work, guys. So the word Google Sheets, I will probably want to come and write Google Sheets here. So it should just be scattered around. I want to write Google Forms. Okay, these skills too very important. So for here, I have this detail here. Just put everything. I also have a video. You can add a video on your profile and all. So it's very easy to add an Upwork portfolio. What you do is that you come to this plus here. Okay, so you can add a brief detail. So let's say copywriting for a social, I'm just writing um social media, okay, media team. Your role is not compulsory. So what's the this thing? So why I used to always do that? I'll just write my idea to AI and AI will give me. So you can write only 600 characters. So I'll just write, oh, this is a sample of a social media campaign for a for a it's rubbish I want to write. Let's say for an orange brand. Okay, so what you now do is that you now say, okay, this explains, you just write the examples of whatever you're doing, and then your skills and deliverables. What will you do? You go and check probably jobs on Upwork, or you check that post profile, okay, to get the skills and deliverables, and then you add it here. Related job. So this related job is that you can add any job you've worked on Upwork, you can add this, but it's optional too. But if you've not worked on any job, this one does not concern you. So yeah, you can add an image. Okay, so you just click on it and you're able to add images. You're able to add as many images as possible. I just recently updated my portfolio this thing. You can add a video. So you can choose to paste the link from YouTube. So you can upload the video on YouTube, come and add it here. Or you can upload a Vimeo link. Or you can just upload the video directly. You just click upload video and you're able to add it. Then you can also add a text. I don't know what this is, but it looks like you can add it. So you can add whatever that is. You can also add a web link. Okay. Please, when you are linking anything to your Upwork, make sure that your contact details are not there. So what I have is that two I have one portfolio, but that portfolio has I have two different types of one portfolio. So that the first one I have is like my normal contact details are there. The second one I usually name it Upwork portfolio. So that portfolio does not have my contact details, does not have my email, does not have my link, does not have any external link. It's just my what I can do. Because Upwork is going to, if Upwork scans whatever, because they have a way of scanning. If they scan your work and they notice that you provided your contact before a contract started, they're going to block your account. So I can come here to add a PDF. Okay, I can add a PDF. I can come here to add audio file. I don't know what that is. But okay, if you want to probably there are some jobs that will tell you to send an audio on probably the way you speak. So you can just come here to add an audio file. So that whenever they tell you to add it, you just attach it in your job. This thing. I'll show you how to attach portfolio. Now the essence of this portfolio is to make your profile look good, that you can do the job, and also beneficial when you are applying to a job. It's very important that you name this stuff very well. So for me, I have this inbox. For this inbox, it's just a screenshot of what I can do. Okay. So yeah, that's the screenshot. I need to go and edit something in my portfolio. Then for this, I recently added this. Okay, so for this, you notice that I blurred the phone number, I blurred this. Okay, I need to go and delete something from that my portfolio. I just saw something. So yeah, and at the bottom I added, shey you see plenty proof. There's no way somebody will see this thing and not know that I can do it. They can also read this to understand the idea of it. And I also added this. Then at this bottom I added a video. Okay, so the video is, I would advise you, your video should be like 3 to 5 minutes. My video is my video is 10 minutes because the gist was too sweet. So if somebody, because the video actually explains all these screenshots here. So if somebody is actually very interested in working with me and the person needs me to understand how to use oneday.com and automation, they will watch the video and it's very enjoyable. They can also choose to make it playback speed, make it big and all. So I just did the video and all. Okay. So that's how you can arrange it. You can arrange it by mixing different things. You can add video, this thing and all. Okay. So yes. Now it's very important that whatever you put at this first place is what we show. Whenever you apply to a job, okay, this first place will show, this thing will show like this, and by the side your picture, just like how all those ones were showing when we search on this, just like this. So whatever you put here, it will be, it's very important. I will not advise you to put something like this. I will advise you to put your work here. This one doesn't have anything here. So if you put a video at the first part, it's going to show no portfolio yet. Okay, so for this, she added her certifications. For this, she added a picture. I will not want to do that. For this, she added a review. Good. For this, I don't know what she added. For this, good. For this, we completed job. Good. Okay, so for me, I want to probably add my work or what I can do or screenshot. So this is good. I don't know what that is. This is good. Just something that is very pleasing. I don't know what this is. Okay, so yes. So that's that for portfolio. Let me see if you just have any questions, just be typing it. Okay, let's see your portfolio. Okay, okay, sir. Um, I would like to ask if I can add my specialized profiles under the category session. Specialized, which of the specialized profiles? Like the, I don't understand. Which of the specialized profile? Is my voice low? I'm literally shouting. Oh. My issue now is that I should not connect this thing and it will not work. So let me connect this thing. Let me connect it. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me at all. Oh. Can you hear me? And is it better? So please, can you rephrase your question? And can you hear me? Uh, okay, thank you. So please, I've not got it to proposal. So any question from what I've explained? I think there are no questions, so we'll move forward. So yeah, this is how you can add all these things. Very important, very, very important. So now whenever you add this, you are able to shuffle. So let's say I don't want that flow chart to be at the top, okay, and I want inbox to be at the top. What I can do is I can carry it and put it at the top. Okay, you can shuffle. So now if you want to add a portfolio to specifically your specialized profile, these are, when I say specialized profile, I mean these two. Anything that is not your all work is like your general profile. Anything that is not this, anything that is not this is a specialized profile. So these two are specialized profile. So let's say I want to add a portfolio for my customer support. The only way you can add the portfolio is through here. Okay, so I will come here, add the portfolio, and then I will go to my, let's say this flow chart. Let's say I just added this flow chart now as my, I want it to be my customer support, and I don't want it to be at this front. So it's very simple. I can just, okay, I don't want to be at this front because this front is my virtual assistant. So I'll just carry it, take it to the bottom for the major virtual assistant stuff to be showing. For example, if you scroll down, you see, say you see the ones that are at the bottom, Zendex, Intercom, they're at the bottom of my virtual assistant profile. But then I can now come to this my email chat, because you cannot add, I don't think you can add it directly here. You can only edit. Can you add? No, you cannot add. So I will now come here to this pencil. Okay, from this pencil I can now choose, oh, okay, I want email management. I just uploaded email. Okay, I just uploaded flowchart, so I just uploaded email manager. I'll now click it. If you don't click it, it's not going to show. So all these ones that are unchecked, they're not going to show on this your profile. Okay, so it's only this one that are checked that will show. So I will click what I want to show, and then I'll tap this thing, and then I would arrange it. Okay, so quite simple. So that's how you can add portfolios here. I've already explained this heading, this part, and all, and that. So I think that should be, let's see. So also as a beginner, what you can leverage on, when I say beginner, I mean somebody that is yet to learn the job. What you can leverage on is your certificate. You can leverage on your certificate, leverage on your portfolio, leverage on testimonials. Okay, so for these testimonials, if you've worked with anybody on LinkedIn before, you can request for it. Okay, but the person must be an active person on LinkedIn. So once you request for it, it will take them some days and they would approve it. Then certifications too, and then please add your employment history. Okay, so employment history should be in relation to what you are offering. I don't know how you want to do it, but you have to do it. It should be in relation to what you are offering. So if you've ever managed somebody's Instagram before, you can add it here as employment history. Okay, don't say, okay, I'm a virtual assistant, my profile is virtual assistant, but my employment history here is I don't know, anything that is not virtual assistant. It should not be like that. It should be exactly what aligns with whatever you're doing. Okay, so you can come here to add employment history, just anything you have done. Employment history is just to show that you can do something. So if you've ever managed Google Docs, done sales and marketing, you should add it in that employment history. So let's say, okay, you've not been employed before in your life. You probably did IT. Put your IT history. Try and find a way to trick it inside a trust. Shall put something there. I don't believe there's anybody that has not done anything. Okay, it's very possible that you have not been employed before, but one way or the other, you should know how to do all these things, small, small. Even if it's managing somebody's social media, anything, you should always find something to put. Or if you don't have that, look for a training that will teach you practically, and from the practicals that they are teaching you, add it as an experience. Okay, so if you join a training, maybe a virtual start training, and they give you assignment on, okay, arrange spreadsheets, do something, blah 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 blah, you add it as your employment history. That's just the thing. That's just what you have to do to get your first clients, because everybody wants somebody that can do the job, and you have to show that you can do the job. So yes, so just make sure all those things are complete. Make sure your profile is 100%, and let's go to job application. Now, like I said before, you can only apply to jobs with Connect. So this is Connect. You can only buy Connect with you can only buy Connect with dollar cards. So you cannot buy Connect, because I know it's as simple as this thing is. Some people still don't know that you can. I don't wait now that Nigerian accepts international transaction. Now I don't know if you can use it, but you can majorly, you have to have dollars to buy Connect. Okay, so you cannot buy Connect with a Nigerian card. Okay, you can only buy with a dollar card. So you have to open dollar accounts. So you can open Gray, GeekPay, Cleaver. There are a lot of accounts that you can open, or Nigerian DOM accounts to use to purchase Connect. You cannot use your phone application, WhatsApp app to buy Connect. You can only use your web browser. Okay, so you just come to buy Connect. If you are using a if you are using a new Upwork account, you're not going to see 10. I think for the new Upwork account, because we created a new account when we're in remote tribe training, and we did not I don't think we saw 10. We only saw 100, 150, 200 to 50. Okay, so this is the prices of Connect. 10 Connect is 1.5 plus tax, minus tax, so they'll still collect tax for it, but I don't know, they never write the tax. Yeah, but I know that I think you can use 30K to buy, up to 30K to buy 100 Connect. So 15 Connect is like, how much is dollars today? Um, I think dollars is should be 1.5. This is Nigeria conversion. Okay. So on GeekPay is 1.5. So this is like 1.530 times 15. So like this, but they are still going to collect this thing. So you should have like maybe 30K in your account to buy 100 Connects. Okay, so you have to buy Connect. Now this thing doesn't work. I don't think it has ever worked in this life, and your Connect expire if you don't use it after 1 year. So very important. So that's how to buy Connect, and you make sure that your card is already connected. Okay, you make sure that your card is already connected. When you create a dollar account, create a dollar card and add it to Upwork, okay, as the billing method. And once it's connected, you can buy your connect. And yeah, let's see. Yes, so before we start talking about jobs, now there are some things that you should take note of. What's connect? Okay, so connect is Upwork's currency that you can use to apply to job. Just like in Nigeria, if you want to buy anything, you have to have money, abi naira. So for Upwork, you have to use Connect. So you cannot apply to a job if you don't have Connect. So Connect is Upwork currency to apply to job. It's the money trade by barter. You you give Upwork on it, you can apply to a job. So for example, let me show you. So for example, I want to apply to this job. I'll just click on this job. The person wants to pay $4 to $6 per hour. Now, wow, what these people say? This one is way below minimum wage. So let's see. So for this person now, to apply to this job is what did they use to see connect? 16 connect. So you cannot apply to this job if you don't have connect. For me now, it's not that I have like 200 and something connect. So apply. So if you don't have connect, you'll not be able to apply to this job. You need to have connect. So once you apply to this job, Upwork will take 16. So it will be 281 remaining. So they'll take 16 connects. This is the number of connects that will be deducted from your balance when you submit proposal. So to buy to apply to jobs on Upwork is not free. You have to use Connect. And so to use Connect, you have to buy Connect. I meant like I selected only my skills for my main profile in the category section. My question is, can I also select those of my specialized profile in the category section as well? The thing is that Upwork has a limitation. They will allow you only select 10 or 15. So if you can add it, why not? For client that doesn't end jobs after it is completed, does it? No. So what I did, because I just recently ended a lot of my jobs. What I did was that if you have more advantage if a client ends, if you end the job, depending on how you ended it with the client. So what I do is whenever I'm working with somebody, I always request for review. You notice my job now, this one I have a review. This one I told her to end the job, but she rather gave me a review and the job is just there. This one I just recently requested a review, he gave me last week. This one I requested a review, she has not given me yet. This one I requested a review, they gave me. The reason why I always request a review even while I'm working with them, because you can request for a review after 1 month. The reason why I requested for a review is that even if I'm the one that ends the job, this review will still be here. Because if you end a job and the client probably does not even open the job, you will not get any review. So it will be like this. Like this guy, I finished this job that same day, the same day I got the job, but he did not end it. I begged him, reached out to him, he did not even answer my father. So I had to end it by myself and no feedback given. It will not affect your profile. Okay? But then if you are ending the job, you have to give the client review. So whoever ends the job has to give a review. So that's why I say it's sometimes it's good for a freelancer, because if you probably maybe fell out with a client, you can just end the job. If the client does not have you in their mind, they'll just forget about it. Okay, if they have you in their mind, they'll still come and give you a review. So anybody that is ending the job must end with a review. Okay, so this one I ended the job, but she already gave me a review October 9th, 2024. So it wasn't an issue. That's why this is why I like asking for a review before the job even ends. So October 9th, she already gave me this review and I ended the job here because we're already done and that. So this one there was no review. This one they ended the job. This one I ended the job. I used to always reach out to them, end the job, end the job, end the job, but they don't want to end the job. So I ended the job. Nothing, it will not affect my account if there's no review. This one I begged them to end the job, so they ended it. This one they ended it. I ended this one, but I already got a review. I ended this one on the 19th of April, but I already got a review December 27th. This one I ended the job. This one the client the softwares that was given to me, there were passwords. Like I have to use my VPN. Even as I was in Canada, I have to still use my VPN to access it. It was too stressful. So when he was sending me messages, I was not seeing it. He just said it's not doing it again. then I ended the job. So it's better if he had ended the job, he would have probably given me like 3 star. But I ended the job, so it did not affect my portfolio at all. This one ended the job. This one, they ended the job. This one, she ended the job. Okay, so that's just how it is. So it's better if you end the job, if especially if you and the client did not really um end well. But if you and the client end well, please beg them for a review, beg them to end the job. There are some that will never respond to you, but you just have to keep asking. Okay, so you can send them that. This one, I have not worked with her since. I can just end the job. The thing just enter my head. But I'm trying to reduce all this progress, jobs in progress. So yeah, it doesn't affect your profile if a client doesn't give you a review. It doesn't add, it doesn't subtract. Mm, for clients that, okay, the least amount you can buy as a beginner is 100 connects. Okay. For those that are not worked, is it a must to get a job before one is allowed to verify account? I think so. Or I don't know. Or you can know that when you get your first job, they are going to hold you by the neck. So I think you can come to this your settings, account settings, and you look for account verification or something. So you can come to this account setting and verify. I don't know, there's just something about verification there. You can verify it there. Identity verification. So you can come here and see if you can verify it. But I think they will still ask you to verify when you get your first job so that you'll be able to get that tick. So you see that thing I said about Philippines. This one self is looking for Philippines. Remote data entry specialist needed in the in the Philippines. Based in Philippines to join. Why now? It's okay. Most times, see, are you a Philippine resident? Why is it? What do they want to use Philippines to do? Is it human sacrifice? Most times the reason why they streamline it to locations is because of time zones. Okay, so it depends on how you read the job and all. So another thing I would also want to show you guys is, let's open my stats. People should close your eyes. Okay, so my stats. So this stat shows the earnings. Okay, it also shows the proposal. So this was a job. I think I applied for this job in when I was I think I was teaching the last cohort. So I rarely apply for jobs, but most times I just apply to jobs to boost my, to just at least show availability badge. Why are there 569 people that viewed my profile? Where did the 569 people come from? This is still menu. 87 is menu, but see the way 560 something this thing. Like I'm trying to think because the I turned off, like my profile is not searchable. If you search for my profile, you're not going to see it. So what is this? Anyways, so whenever you apply to a job, this is what to show. So for the last 30 days to show you how many jobs, so it will show you the last proposal. I just randomly apply to jobs depending on this thing. So to show you 25. So these are the proposals. So meaning that since 2025, I've only applied to 21 jobs. 6 were viewed, 1 interview, 4 hires. I cannot even remember these jobs sef, because the jobs that I've landed this year are interviews. So I can't even remember what these jobs are. So yes, it basically shows that. So whenever you apply to a job, to ask this thing, and then I think Upwork gives free connects. So whenever you find a job and submit a proposal, so this is the only thing that is ticked here. Boost your profile. I've never boosted my profile before. I've never boosted my profile before. Abi, I don't even know. Maybe once. That was beginning. I don't used to own availability badge. Respond to an offer. I've not gotten any offer since. Respond to an invitation. I've not responded. A lot of times I used to decline. Let me show you people my this thing. A lot of times I decline. A lot of times I also refer, so people will not swallow me. So this is proposal. So this proposal and offers, it shows you this archive. It doesn't, I don't think this archive shows you all the jobs you have applied to sha. I think it majorly shows you jobs that have closed. So this is the number of jobs I've applied since I joined Upwork. Let's see. This screen displays all your archive proposals. It includes date communication began with the client and the reason the proposal was archived. So this is referrals. I refer a lot of people, and then job referred to me. Nobody has referred to me. Everybody hates me. There, this is submitted. Then this is okay. So archive proposals. Then this archived interviews. So these are jobs that are like declined. I've declined like 42. I don't know why I declined them. Most of them are not legit. So it's not because I don't want to refer people. But I refer more because I cannot refer you to something that is not legit. Okay. So this that's what that shows you. You just come to proposals and offers. You can see the number of jobs that you've applied to and you can check it out. So I'll show you people something for this stats. So this stats, whenever you complete some, they'll give you connect. But me, I used to just complete like one or two. Have an active contract, earn money. Okay, so this shows you the number of profile views that you get. Okay, this shows you invitation, this shows you impression and clicks. So this impression and clicks is when you boost your profile. So our advice is that people, if you want to boost your profile when you probably already have like some jobs, maybe one to two jobs, and you're not getting invites, you can boost your profile. Okay, so what boosting of your profile is that boosting of your profile, whether your profile is optimized or not, is going to take you to the top. And when the client is searching for freelancer, you are going to also be at the top too. Okay, so that's what boosting your profile is. You can boost for three clicks per post or whatever. I don't know how to do it, but you can check. Let's put okay, last 7 days, but I hardly boost my profile. I mean, I'm like very busy already. So this profile view shows you the number of people that view your profile. Me, I don't know where I saw 569 people that came to check my profile. But most of the times I know that a lot of people that view my profiles are freelancers. I know that I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to come here and tell you that, hey, 92 people checked my profile, 92 clients check my profile. No, a lot of the people here. From this, it's probably people that are from this 965, it's only 5 people that are clients. I'm joking, Sha. I was actually appearing at the top like early this week. So for 90 days, I've gotten these views. Since 2025, I've gotten 13,000 views. So I usually get a lot of views because of my profile. Even if freelancer check my profile, it's still views. Client check my profile, good. Okay. So yes, if I this is my hourly rate. If I reduce my hourly rate to maybe $10 per hour, I'll be getting invite every day. That's just the thing. People come here, I want to this thing. So yeah, this is where you can check your profile. So this client relationship, it shows you client relationship longer than 90 days can positively impact your job success. Whatever they say. So whenever you boost your profile, whenever you turn on your availability badge, it's going to be this color of blue that's going to be here. So now what do I think about availability badge? Well, availability badge is for people who already have jobs. Okay, it signifies that you are able to accept more jobs. That's just the meaning of availability badge. I don't even know where they used to go to turn it on. I think I saw it recently. Okay, this is it. So this availability badge, and for this availability badge, I'm going to be taking your connects. So my profile is set on private, so I cannot turn it on. So this is how it's going to be. It's going to show that you are available now to take more clients. So this is, I know, I am for sure that this is majorly for people who already have jobs. So what they do is that they take I think it's 2 connects per day. So if you're a beginner, you've not gotten any job yet, and your availability badge is on, please turn it off. Then boost your profile. That so yeah, let's go to job application. Let me go back to ask. You skipped my question. I asked what can I do when Upwork removed the Rising Talent badge they gave me. I am yet to get a job. You have to. I told you how to get. So I already mentioned how to get an availability badge, how to get a Rising Talent. So what can you do? Do what you need to do to get a Rising badge. Please asking about, do we go about our testimonial? Is it necessary? If you are a starter, it's good to have it. It's good to have the things that you can have. That's just the truth. Anything you know you can have it. If you can do a video, it does not require you to have anything to do a video. Do a video, do the testimonial, do every single thing that you know you can have. Why is your profile private? Sometimes I like putting it on private. So I already showed the poll. If you want to turn your profile to See it, my profile, I set it on private. Now, anytime I post about Upwork on LinkedIn, I used to always set my profile on private because everybody will rush to go and look. Okay, so I will private it when I'm free, when I have the strength, whatever on private means. So now, at times, I used to always, aside my profile being, my profile has been on private since yesterday. So that's why I don't know where those 569 people came from. Before I posted about this webinar again yesterday, I put my profile on private. So I don't know where those 500 and something. So what I do is at times I turn my profile on private for 2 hours and turn it back on. So Upwork brings me to the top. So yeah, it's to just prevent people. Please, you skipped my question. Which of your questions? Can you please talk about how to search and save jobs on Upwork? Okay. Please, does Connect expire? Connect expire after 1 year of purchasing it. Okay. How can I set job alert on Upwork? Is it possible to get notified? Yes, I think you can. See, any new thing that Upwork brings, I don't even used to put my mind because it's for their own belly. Upwork job alert, you have to they'll be collecting connect. So I don't know where it is. I swear to God, I don't know where this is, but I know it is somewhere here. Let's see. Okay, there's also project catalog too. Maybe I will explain that later, but we need to, time is already going. Shall you see this my categories? See these preferences. All these my categories that I put there is showing here. So it's showing you that these are your profile will come up. So if you want to boost your profile availability badge, I don't know where the alert is. So have they removed it? I don't know if it's still something they do, but I know they used to do job alerts. Notifications. I don't know where it is, but they used to do job alerts before. I don't know if they still have it. Let's see. So if you want to be alerted, before the way it was is that you're going to actually have to pay for it. So they will deduct some connects to be getting this thing. Please, how do I write a good proposal that doesn't take much time and get viewed? My proposal doesn't get viewed. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's what we're going to now. Thank you, Dosa. Thank you. Can you please explain how to move portfolios to a specialized program? I didn't quite get it. Okay. So I'm just answering question from what we've already done before we delve into the next phase. So this is where you go to where is that guy? So for your profile, you can only add, there's only one way, the way, the truth, and the life. There's only one way to add your portfolio, and you can only add your portfolio through your all work profile. Okay. So we've already gone through how to add a portfolio. You just let this thing open. So you just come to your profile, okay, plus add it. Okay, so when you add it, this is where you can add your portfolio. So everything must come through here. So whenever you add a portfolio, you will now go to the so let's say I want to add a portfolio to my phone and chat support, which is my customer support, this thing. So if I want to add a portfolio, I'll just come here, this pencil. Remember, I've already added my portfolio from that all work. So let's say this is what I add. I'll just click this and save. Okay, so when I save, it's going to add, but it's going to be at the last, I think it's number 3, so it's going to be here. So and now if I want this flowchart to be at the top, I'll just come here and no, I'll just come to this other place. This pencil is to add, this other place is to shuffle. So I'll just come here and shuffle, so I can carry this guy and take it up. Where is the guy? So I can just carry it up, okay, and save. These are the seconds, so it's going to be showing here. See it here. Okay, so if I want to also remove a portfolio from my specialized profile, I'll just uncheck it, okay, and save, and it's going to remove. So that's how to do it. Yay, it's already 9 o'clock or almost 10. So let's delve into cover letter. Hi Edosa, the alert with connect subscription is no longer available. It's now for okay freelancer procedure. Thank you. So yes, also on Upwork, let me advise you people. On Upwork, when you are buying connect, they will tell you that okay, no connect. Okay, so on connect, you are able to today. I don't even know what that is. So from Upwork, they will ask you to. So there's normal freelancer on Upwork, and there's also freelancer plus. So this is the upgrade. So there's freelancer basic, there's freelancer plus. Now, I will advise you not to use freelancer plus. It doesn't give you an edge. The only advantage, is there even any advantage? Okay, when you purchase freelancer plus, they'll give you 100 connects. Now, how much is 100 connects on Upwork? $15. Abi? They'll give you 100 connects. You can okay, you get job alerts. So probably the advantage is job alerts. Expanded proposal insight stuff. So you're able to see what people are bidding, abi? But you can see what people are bidding. You're able to see people's hourly rates as they bid. 0% fee if you bring a client from Upwork. Full access, so you have access to their AI. Customize your profile, so you can build your brand. You can get a customized profile URL. You can keep your profile active even when you take a break. You can keep your earnings active. So you notice some people that you search their profile that you cannot see how much they've earned. Okay, they are using freelancer plus. I don't know sha, but I think as a beginner there's actually no need for it, but you can choose to do it. But I would advise you, if you have plenty money, use it to buy connect and apply. So that when you're applying for a job, I always say that try to apply to a job early. The reason why I'm saying early is because there's a possibility that the client may be online. Now, there's even still possible that the client will just post a job and go and sleep. That's just it. So I just want to, whenever people are saying, I'm trying to land a job, I'm not getting job, it's just, should I say unfortunate? It's unfortunate because you have to be prayerful. That's just it. You just be prayerful that whenever you apply to a job, the clients should still be available. So some people can just post a job and say, tomorrow my HR will review. They'll just post a job and go and sleep. You that just applied 5 minutes into the job, you'll still be waiting, not knowing that the client has gone to yonder places. Okay, so there are just different perspective that you have to put at the back of your mind when you're applying to a job. Another way you can also know whether your client is active is that it will show the activities here. So it hasn't shown anything. So nobody, I don't think anybody has applied to this job, or it hasn't shown anything here. So let's say for this job now, so seeing it here. Okay, now another thing is, as a beginner, okay, and if you don't have connect, another thing you can do is that you can open a job, click apply now, and then leave. Okay, so it shows Upwork algorithm that you are active even if you don't apply to a job. So you just click apply now and then you leave. So you can do that consistently for some jobs. So now this shows virtual assistants, email communications, administrative support. Okay, so the guy is in New Zealand, 10K spent, 5%. So this is actually a good job from a good client, and I'm shocked that 5 minutes later people have still not applied for this job. So worldwide, meaning anybody can apply for it. 17 connects. So that lady that asked about connects, they're going to take 17 connects from you. So what's the responsibilities? Communicate with vendors via phone and email, requesting codes. So this one is that you're going to be making calls. Format and document this thing, very simple. Book travel. So this is for virtual assistants. Okay, so every average virtual assistant must be able to do this. Google Workspace, PDF editor, small PDF, Adobe, AI tools, comfortable making and receiving phone calls when needed. Regardless, even if you're in Nigeria, you can still make phone calls. That my 10 hours, that my job that I work for like 10 hours a day is phone call. I used to make phone call. I used to receive phone calls with my accent. I don't used to do shwing with my accent like this, receiving the phone call, because they can actually hear you. People abroad can hear you. It's just that you have to be slower. Ability to work independently. So 5 to 10 hours. This thing. Initial reporting to managing director with potential. About us, we're a rapidly growing business based in New Zealand. 7. Is this an about us? Okay, so this is actually a good this thing. What will I do? This is actually a good job. The client has 100% higher rates. Beautiful. So meaning that you will definitely hire somebody for this job, because there are some clients that post jobs and they don't hire. 4.8 review, which is actually still very perfect. So I'll just scroll through. I will try to look for the client's name. Now, everything you see at this top is what freelancers write about the client.
Everything you see at this bottom is what the client writes to freelancers. Okay, so it was a pleasure working with you, all the best. So there's no name, there's no name. So this person, this document graphics designer, gave the client 2 star. This one gave the client 4.3. Okay, okay. I don't know why is nobody mentioning his name. So what you come to do here is that you try to come here to look for the client's name. Thanks, Rob. This is freelancer. This is not the client's name. So everything at the top here is the freelancer to client. Everything here is the client to freelancer. So apparently the person's name is not here. The person's name is not here. And it actually looks like they pay well. Even if how much they put there. Okay, I don't think they put any amount there. Now all these things, when you're applying for a job, you have to be fast about it, checking it. But they pay well. See, $30, $12, $50, $20, $35, $25, blah blah. So they actually pay well, and did not put any rate. So I probably, as a beginner, I'll probably apply to this job with $10 per hour. Okay, so now I'm applying to this job, virtual assistant with general tax. So I can choose my profile. So if this were to be a project management job, I'll put this as project management. Okay, but my all work profile is my virtual assistant profile, so I'll just leave it here and I'll scroll through. Now I've already read through the job post, because there are a lot of times that clients may say you should write a specific word in your cover letter, and if you just write your cover letter like that, it's not going to work. Okay, so you can come here. So this is my normal rate on my profile, so this is what will pop up. Okay, and I can also come here to edit it. I can come here to put $5. So Upwork, for this job, Upwork is going to take 15%. That's another thing. So this one you can always schedule increase. So you can put maybe never or 3 months. So for every 3 months, I should get a 5% increase, and then your cover letter. So now somebody asks, "So how can I write cover letter very quickly and all?" Now, other people will say it's not good to have templates. It's okay to have templates. Very okay to have templates. For example, a normal template can work with this kind of job, because a normal virtual star template, we have these details here. Because you cannot say you're a virtual star and you don't know how to use all these things here. So they need somebody that is responsible and must acknowledge. So what you do in writing a cover letter is that you have to look for key points. There are some things that you must include in your cover letter. Example, this must acknowledge receipt of new task. Okay, no, this is not, sorry, this is not it. But this is just during the job. So there are some, I was thinking this was maybe must acknowledge receipts that they are able to work Australian business time. Now Australian time is midnight. So your, I think your our 5, no, that's 5 p.m. in Nigeria. Our 2 a.m. is like their 8 a.m. So just be ready for midnight. So we'll look for keywords. So what are the keywords here? So the keywords, I've seen one keyword before, because one keyword is that you are comfortable talking on the phone. So he mentioned here that you communicate with vendors via phone, and then he also mentioned here that comfortable making and receiving calls. So it's mentioned twice, meaning that this is actually something that is important. Okay. So they also mentioned fluent in English. So obviously these three will go together. Communication in phone, fluent in history, and I'm just showing you like the normal way to write a cover letter. And the next thing is comfortable receiving phone call and all. So this is just, it's pretty simple and basic. So now when I'm writing my cover letter, I want to mention the person's name, but the person's name, I did not find the person's name here. Okay, so you can probably start with hello or hi, or if I don't find the person's name, what I used to do is that I usually like go straight to the point. I don't know, I like doing that. So now your cover letter has to stand out. Your cover letter has to stand out. So it's very okay to bolden your cover letter. Now you can I think this will bold it, so you can put it will not, I don't think it will show here, but it might show on their end. So you can make it, because everybody is trying to like use the same format to write a cover letter, but if you like add some different things, it will make it stand out. So you can probably start your cover letter with a smiley. It's not going to write it with an emoji. So you can do emoji, so you can do an emoji, just something that would Where is that star? Just something that can make you stand out. Okay, and just start. This is a, I feel hello there is actually rude, but you can start with hello there sha. But for me, I'll say okay, this is a perfect fit for my skills as a, now I would say as an experienced virtual assistant. Why? Because he mentioned it here. I think I saw it somewhere. He mentioned it here that proven experience, okay? As a um this is a perfect fit for my skills as an experienced virtual assistant who has also worked worked with, is it with or for multiple executives. Remember, this first line is what will show before a client clicks on your profile. So for example, just like how we are seeing it here, all this thing here is what we show, but if you want to see more, you click more, abi. So whatever is written here has to be very, 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 very convincing for the client to click. So just like how it's written here, that's how your cover letter will be when you submit it. So I've worked with multiple executives and has managed admin and personal tasks. So do you know what this covers? This is in line with what they wrote here. Okay? So this is in line with what they wrote here because these are the things that they actually majorly need. All the other things you obviously can do it. So you said this is a perfect field for my skill. So what you can do, if you want to have a template, you can create templates from create templates for your first line. So your first line must sell you out, must be catchy. That first line must be very, very catchy, and then you can use AI for the rest. You can also still use AI for your cover letter, but you have to prompt it well. So let's see. For that person that said, how can I be fast? So to be fast, you can craft out something that is, you know, let's say you are, I am an hiring manager. If I'm going through people's cover letter and I see, hi there, I am writing to, I will skip. Hi there, I am wishing to, I will skip. Why? Because there are a lot of people that will write their cover letter like that. I will want to look for somebody that just probably is telling a story, just something that is different. Even you that is trying to land a job, if you are screening through jobs, there are some things that you skip. So don't be doing what you yourself, if you are the one looking for the person, or you are the one looking for to hire somebody, don't be doing but don't be doing what you will skip for yourself. Okay, so just don't do, I am writing to apply to this job. Don't do hello this. Do something, just make it very special, make it very different, make it stand out. Okay, yes, the market is competitive, but it's how you stand out that matters. So you need to learn how to stand out in the competitive. There's nothing that is not competitive, everything is competitive. Okay, so you can just start a, you can also still start like, probably, i remember I remember when I helped one of my executives to convert a 1,000 page PDF to Word document, and seeing this your job description, I'm typing rubbish o, and seeing this your job description just gave me a brief flashback, blah 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 blah, abi. So just something like that just gave me a brief flashback on how I helped this executive to just start with something that is their pain point and how you did it. Okay, so you can either start with that, you can start with a solution to the problem, or you can start with the fact that, oh, this is what you can do, blah blah blah. There are different ways to start, but don't start with I am writing to, don't start with I am applying for this role, don't start with, Upwork has already collected 17 of your connects. You don't need to tell anybody that you're applying to the role. They know, they are seeing it. So you need to stand out. You need to stand out in a way that these first three lines will be read. Okay, so yes, So they need somebody that will be able to format and formalize. So you can say, oh yeah, I remember when I was this. And then during the interview, you have to still mention it. So what I used to always tell people that if you don't have any experience working, you should always like mention, you should not, if you don't have any experience working, okay, first off you should go for a training that will teach you practically, because it's from what they teach you. You cannot say you can do something if, except you're a very good liar, you cannot say you can do something if you've never done it. Okay, so make sure you already know how to do it, because you will now align what you can do to probably a Nigerian work. So you can say, okay, yeah, I actually worked for the executive I mentioned in my cover letter was actually the CEO of NAFGAN. Okay, I worked as his assistant for about, during my NYC. Just make sure anything. Use NYC experience, use IT. That's why I'm grateful for Nigeria. Small. I'm grateful for Nigeria a little because of these experiences that they allowed. So you can use, oh yeah, I worked this, blah, 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 blah. And then as you mention the company, the experience you'll be mentioning are the experiences that you've honed in what you learned. To reach, I feel once you can land an interview, you should be able, nothing should stop you from getting that job. So yes, I wanted to show you AI. So let's say I want to apply to a job. So I've already mentioned the fact that you have to use a very good way to start this thing. You have to just sit down and think, or you ask AI. So let's see. So for AI, what you can do with AI is that you can create a chart specialized for cover letter. Okay, so for this my chat, because either ChatGPT or Gemini or Meta AI, they're able to save memory. So you know I have like 1 2 3 4 5 6, I have like plenty chats here, so I can streamline this chat that anything I post here, it will give me a cover letter. I think that's what I streamline this chat to be. So if I, let's see, so let's copy this and let's see, because you'll copy. So I'll just probably post the job. Remember, after customizing the AI, you have to, the AI will stress you, but you have to keep adding it. Shall you see? As I posted the job, shall you see? Is your rapidly growing, is your rapidly growing bioscience? Did they mention anything about bioscience? Did we skip anything? Okay, yes, they did though. Shall you see? I even skipped it. Sef. So it says, is a rapidly growing bioscience company in search of a virtual assistant who doesn't just manage tasks but orchestrates streamless, blah, 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 blah. Imagine, so what I would now, because of the way I customize this, my AI, it just gave me a good cover letter. So what I would do is I will copy it. Okay. I was the one that prompted this AI. So anything I just post, it just give me a cover letter. So this is one way to be fast, and you have to also be smart about it. So I will show you how to customize or prompt your AI. So I can just come here and I'll just say, is your rapid, I may not want to start with this. Okay. I may not want to start with this. I'll just say, I'll probably start with it. Okay, so I'll probably start with this imagine. Okay. So I will probably put my star or make this bold. So I'll probably put my star. Okay, so I'll say, okay, so this will start. I don't think any other freelancer that's applying to a job will start with this, because everything in everybody's mind is, hey there, hey Tolu, hey Ahmed, hey. If you are distinct, just do something to stand out. When a client is scrolling through, they're saying, hey, the next one they see is star, imagine. They'll be like, okay. They want to like click the cover letter. So for people that say they don't see views, let it be like a bait. Just try to write a story or something. Please don't overdo, because there's a point where you get to overdo, but just make it simple. Just write something that they want to click more to see whatever you are writing. Okay, so imagine a professional extension of your team who proactively handles logistics, leverage AI for efficiency, and keeps everything running smoothly, allowing your New Zealand based team to focus allowing, so I will want to remove this New Zealand team. So meaning that I will just use AI to craft it out, and the only thing that will be taking my time is to now be editing it to sound human like. That's just it. So allowing your team to focus on global innovation, that's the dedicated and detail related partnership I'm eager to provide. Does this thing sound like AI? Let's say the truth. Does it sound like AI? It does. I told me it doesn't too. AI is AI will always say leverage. Or okay, there's even leverage, yes, sef. So you can you can this thing, you can remove these leverages, handles logistics, handles logistics. You can remove this leverage, and see what you can just do is that you have to be very intentional. Just open a Word document, write out a list of words that AI always use. So you have to choose an AI. So which AI do you want to be using for your cover letter? So you can say, okay, ChatGPT or this thing. So okay, you now say, okay, for ChatGPT, you just outline this the word that ChatGPT always uses. So like this leverages, like this meticulous, all those things that they used to always use, just align it in a tabular form, and then in the side just put other synonyms that sound more you like human like that you can use. So when you are applying for, see, this thing is a war, is a jungle. So when you're applying for a job, your documents will be open at one point at another place, and if you are reading through, you will remove the things that it looks sounds too AI, and you see leverages, you go back to your document and say, okay, what can I use for leverage that it sounds human? I will now copy it and paste it. That way you are fast. Before you know, less than 5 minutes you have applied for the job. That's just the truth. So I will not want to use leverages, and right now I cannot think of any word I can use. Global innovation, so just like this dedicated now, this, so AI is to always use it, so remove it and add it. Okay, so people that use AI a lot, you will know some words that looks very AI-ish. Okay, as a highly experienced freelancer, this does not even look like AI will just write as a highly dedicated something. I am applying for the I understand. So what I will do is I will delete this. Okay, I'll just leave this. I understand you need a versatile professional to manage. So understand means that, oh, this person read the job. So there are three things that let me not say three. There are some things that you must look out for when writing your cover letter. The first is the hook. There's a reason why it's called a hook. This first line. There's a reason why it's called a hook. It's to catch the attention of people. Okay, so don't write a cover letter that is not catchy. Don't write I am writing to, I am expressing to, I am. It's not letter of how you spent your holiday. That's not what you're writing. You're writing to catch their attention. Okay, so think of it as, this is a terrible example, but think of it as probably wooing a lady. If you're trying to woo a lady, you're not just going to be, you're going to be very intentional about it. You're not just going to, you're going to, maybe a lady is like trying to pick three guys. So let's say for ladies now, you're trying to pick between three guys. It's the one that is able to sell their markets where that you pick now. Pick. So pick the one that have money, shall they will not suffer later. But it's the one that can take care of you, that is able, that speaks probably, that is able to make you feel good, like with what they say and all, and that's the normal ladies. So because some ladies are not normal, so you can say I understand you need a versatile, so you can probably change this versatile word. But did you use versatile? You can also try to use some words that are already here. So regardless of the fact that you are actually is there another job I'm applying for? Regardless of the fact, okay, regardless of the fact that you are actually using AI, you should still read through the job description. Okay, so we're going to try another one again. We're going to try another one again, and let's just finish with this. Okay, I understand that you need a versatile, so I think that's a word we can use because of what is it. Versatile professional that manages vendor community. So this is actually a good travel scheduling, all while being proficient with modern tools. My expertise perfectly aligns with your requirements. Okay, so this is what I even started with. This is what I started with. Ensuring reliable support for your rapidly growing global operations, because he mentioned it there, rapidly growing, or for your, just remove for your operations, because if you are mentioning everything one by one, it looks very AI-ish. I will communicate effectively with vendors via phone. Okay, so I will handling code services, and my capabilities include conducting distinct flight travels. Furthermore, I am adept with, so you can probably change this adept. Okay, I am proficient or something, just something sounding my like. I bring proven experience as a, so I will want to, so I would click, I will clean this, I'll click clean this thing. And proficient with Google Workspace, small PDF. I think you have already mentioned this. You have already mentioned this, so it's a repetition. So this is even what you'll be spending like most of your time with, just editing. So don't just copy and paste AI. Always read through. Okay. So understand I'm available. So I think this two work together. They can work together. Okay, because it's time. I'm available for 5 to 10 weeks with a start to potential to grow to project with the job. No, you see, it's just align saying everything in the job now for AIO. I'm confident my proactive approach and cooperative skill set will be invaluable asset to your team. I'd welcome the opportunity. So you need to also have your call to action. So you have your hook, you will have what you can offer in relation to what the team needs. You can also even offer a solution. Okay, so after this, I am eager to provide. I once worked with an, okay, so you can add it here. Okay, you can always, you can just always add a story. Okay, I once worked, to give you an edge as a beginner too, I once worked with an executive who sent me 10,000 word document to convert to PDF. I was able to easily do this using small PDF, the small PDF. So you are mentioning that you were able to do it with one of the tools he outlined there, using my small PDF, and I also use, you now mention another tool that is not there too. Okay, so you can say I once worked with an executive where I used that and I used my small PDF to convert it. Remember, as I was saying, if you don't have a skill, you will not even know what my small PDF is. Okay, so if you don't know it, you can go and research my small PDF. And I also used, I love PDF to convert it because the files were quite large. So I was working with this hand in hand, and because of that, I was able to ease my executive a lot of manual work, blah 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 blah, whatever you want to write. Okay, so you can write it as a story at the second. So you can, the hook, you, so let me just tell you the things, the main points you should know. So the first is a hook, a very great hook that after you have applied for the job, you will just laugh and say, this job, I must get this job. You know, there's some jobs that you apply for, you say, if I don't get this job, that's how it should be when you're applying, when you're writing cover letter. Don't write random cover letters. Nothing is cheap again. So this is the hook. The second paragraph can be a storytelling. Okay, storytelling should entail the solution. Okay, the next can now be how you can provide or how you can help. So this storytelling can just be picking one of those things that they need you to do and probably tell a story on how you help the client and the result. So the effect is that blah 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 blah, it was able to streamline the work and all. Then the third will now be how you can assist in relation to what they say, and for that you have to pay attention to the key points. Okay, pay attention to the key points, and then after that you will now write the call to action, which will be, I welcome the opportunity for a brief call to explain how I can immediately contribute to your company's success. When might be a good time? So this is a great call to action. Okay, so this was like how like I prompted the AI. That's why it's just like this. What I just did, I just copied and pasted it, and you know, if you copy and paste in normal AI, it's not going to give you something this good. So if I paste this thing, and this thing doesn't look like AI the way it is now, it doesn't. That's just the truth. So to even make it sweeter, you can remove this proficient, expertise, remove it and use normal word. Okay, so I would advise you create a word document or a spreadsheet, write normal words that are in AI, write the normal words that will make it sound English and all. Okay, so this is a great cover letter and it's not so long. Okay, good. So in your cover letter, another thing you can do is that you can attach a link. So if I were you, I will have, just like on my profile, I have this. Do you know why this thing is very beautiful? Because on my Upwork portfolio profile, I already have, people saw it, I have Google Workspace, document, sheets, calendar, Gmail, form. So when I'm applying to this job, I will attach it. So let's go to my Upwork profile. The reason why this thing is slow is because I'm teaching people. But if I'm applying to a job, less than 5 minutes, boom, I would have applied to the job. Okay. So let's go back to, so I want to show you something, and we're almost wrapping up. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I can review Upwork profiles today. So let's see. So this part, I'll just attach it to it. So now, in your cover letter, another thing you can do, for example, this maybe if you have attended remote tribe training, this you can do. So the person already mentioned I love PDF. So what you can do, you now write here's proof. Here's proof of how, okay, I was able to easily convert blah 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 blah. You attach your link. So every remote tribe student knows how to convert this thing. So what they'll just do, that they'll go to their Google Drive. Access is already viewers access. So you go to your Google Drive, look for the I love PDF folder or however you did it. So these are my portfolio screenshots. So you look for the folder. What's this? Portfolio pictures. So you look for the folder. So let's say you want to look for folder, copy the folder and all. So you can also create a folder. Inside that folder will be everything about Google Suite. So I'll just say, okay, I want to copy this. So I'll come here, share access. So yes, you can add this to it. It will make it look nicer. So there's already viewers access. I'll copy link. I'll copy the link and then I'll come here and say, so here's a proof on how I can proficiently use, okay, gently use Google Workspace. Attach the link. Make sure they have viewers access. Okay, so yeah, it's actually clickable. So I can make this, I can just make this, just beautify it, guy. This will stand because there there are hardly people who will do this. You can also start with a story. Just so, just there's some things you can only always do to prepare for it. So how much time can you dedicate on a weekly basis so you can write it? Describe your experience with similar. So what helps you here is that you can just copy this your experience that you wrote here before. Remember I told you that you can write a story here and paste it, or AI can give you. How do you ensure accuracy? AI. So yeah, hard work. So all these things you must answer the question, so you cannot submit without this thing. So add work sample. So yeah, you can attach your portfolio. Now, it is very important that you name your portfolio well. So my portfolio here is VA plus portfolio plus Upwork. So it's okay, sha, but always name your portfolio well. Well, for this one now, F Odosa doesn't look nice because whenever you submit your portfolio, up their client is also going to see it with this name like this. Okay. So if you are submitting more than the portfolio, let's say you want to submit maybe a PDF, just make sure it is named properly. Okay. So you have to name it properly in your system before you upload it here. So you can upload your portfolio. So this is a portfolio PDF, and then this place you can add, if you not got any job, I don't think you can see this, but you can add portfolio project. So what do you think I will add here? I will add Google Suite. Okay, I will add what? Email management. I will add, which other thing did they mention sef? I will add, if I don't say another thing that they mentioned exactly, I will come and add, because they mentioned English, so I'll probably add my IELTS. Yes, then I will add communication. I'll add this. Okay, then I can also choose which one will rank at the top, so I can carry this to put at the top. Okay, add to highlight. So this is how it will be. So this is another advantage of portfolio. Then you can, few people are never applying to this job. You can just apply to the job. So now this bidding, there's something called bidding. All these people, they bid. So if you bid, Upwork will take extra connect from you just to put you at the top. Now, I will advise that as a beginner, it's not compulsory to bid. Some people don't even like people that bid. If are some clients, people tell you in their jobs that do not bid. Okay, so this bid is for you to just rank at the top, and Upwork will take more money from you. Sorry. Yeah. So 5 means that it's going to be 16 plus 5. Remember, the job is already 16 connect. Okay, so if you boost, you'll be at the top. And if somebody outbids you or outboosts you, so if you boost 5, okay, and somebody now comes and boost 10, Upwork is going to refund your money. They're going to refund your connect. They're going to refund the 5. But then you cannot see it. You cannot know anybody if anybody boosts above. So if they choose not to refund it, you cannot drag them because you will not know. Okay, so as a beginner, I will not advise you to boost for now because you're trying to save connect. The money that connect that is to boost you to apply for other jobs, okay? If you want to still boost, you can still boost, okay? But just apply early, okay? So apply early and that. So that's how it is. So now, if you now want to, because this Gemini is stressing me. So let's say I want to let's say I want to customize my AI. I will do this before I check people's Zoom. I think I customized this for remote tribe students. So I can just look for anything. I can probably go on Google and say, give me, can I even use the AI self, examples of great capturing, captivating hooks to use for a job application cover letter. It's still Gemini that will still show me my passion of having successfully. Ugh, let's go back. So I can probably check this. Okay, so so this is a hook. For example, instead of starting with I am writing, you can say, ever since I taught myself HTML at age 13, I've been passionate about web development. So this is, there's nobody that will not even be saying, I want to even click more to understand the story. Because every human has a touch of tafia in their life. So that's a good hook. So example of strong hook. Before I could speak, I sang. I mean, I don't know what that one is. So so you can probably check normal websites, okay? Don't use AI to look for great hooks. AI does not have really great hooks like that. So you can check like real life people, because your hook must be real life. So you can watch all these YouTube videos. You can watch all the YouTube videos. I was excited. Hey, another thing that always show excitement. I mean, this is you're applying to a role. I want people to see the human part of like cover letter and applying. You're applying to a role for somebody with somebody that you're trying to pitch to somebody that you don't even know before. You need to be excited. So I was excited to see that. Okay, so this is actually great. I was excited to learn of this job opportunities for my cup. That's not this thing. Okay, so this see this one. Last month alone, I more than doubled this in social media, blah blah blah. I would love to bring my experts. So this is a good this thing. Okay, so you just look for where to chip it in your this thing, in your cover letter. So you can say, I've loved using AI since blah 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 blah. See, editor in chief of my mid school newspaper. That's why in life it's good to, even if you're like in my school now, we used to have something we call ivory. Well, at the end of like every student graduating will have their details there. All those people that probably had ivory experience and are trying to do transition to remotely, they can literally add it to them. Anybody that either did anything reasonable in school, that come and add it here. So I loved I loved using AI when I worked for one of the company, blah blah blah, throughout my distance. So this is a good hook too. It was exactly 2 hours before a critical meeting with one of our biggest clients. And my manager just asked me to read. Shey, see, this thing makes sense. So it was exactly 2 hours before it was exactly 2 hours before my team lead had a deadline, or just look for any story and write it. So these are great hooks. I don't know how to align it, but if it was a job I was applying to, I would surely look for how to align it. So it was exactly 2 hours. It was exactly 2 hours before a critical meeting when I realized, it was, so I'm trying to align it in that PDF part. So I will just write, it was exactly 2 hours before a critical meeting when I realized that all the paperwork we had in our team were physical documents, and the meeting and the meeting entailed or needed, or the meeting required us to send PDF file to my manager's clients. So what I did was that I quickly just write what I did was that I quickly used a small PDF, or I love PDF, to convert the files, and it took me less than 30 minutes. Just don't exaggerate too much, right? It took me less than 30 minutes to convert a 50-page document, and that saved my clients a lot of stress under this time crunch. Blah 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 blah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me see if you understand what I'm saying. So from all those hooks, any hook you see online that you like, you just be copying it, be putting it in AI, because you have to direct that AI, because AI does not have sense. You have to direct it, just be copying it, pasting it, anyone you like, be putting it. My voice is loud, oh, mommy. Do you people understand what I'm saying? Let me know if people understand. Okay, perfect. Please, the AI prompt. That's what I'm showing you now. I'm showing you that you should search online to see prompts that you like. You will not copy and paste it. So let me look for what I like. Okay. So let's say I like this. So this is for people that are into sales and marketing. So I can still put it the way I like. So what will I do? I'll come to new charts. Okay. So this is a new chart. So this new chart, I want to just be using it for my cover letter. That's why to be on my this thing. So I can say I want you to I want you to save this chat memory. I want you to save this chat memory for giving me great eye catching, just anything, eye catching, the what again, oh, perfect cover letters. Okay, cover no mm, because cover letter, if you use cover letter for AI, they will give you address. Okay, cover letters for job applications. Okay, it should be it should be it should not be too long. You can give it, maybe let's just say you can say less than, let's just say about 1,000 words, so you can still tell AI. It should not be too long, straight to the point, while proving that this hook now is just my mind, I'm collecting it from, while proving that I am a great freelancer, or I will be a great freelancer for the role. Alternate alternate between using hooks like this to start the proposal. Okay, so you can add this, you can add many others that you want to add, and then after, I'll come back to add. So after that, I will now write it should have 4 paragraphs. Okay. Okay, first, the capturing hook that will want to make any hiring manager to read more of the proposal, then it can tell a short story from a problem from a problem from a problem in the job requirements, okay, as well as a solution in line with how I have just write it how I have helped another. Okay, so this AI, you'll be feeding this AI also with what you can do. So you can probably start with, I am a virtual assistant who is also great with customer support, blah 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 blah. Okay, so the AI is like your guy that knows who you are and what you can do. So after writing all those virtual assistants, you now write it. Okay, so I think that's a good thing to write. So I am a copy. Okay, so I will still add all those other ones, just everything in my profile, but let's leave this at this first. Where is that guy? uh okay, so yeah, so Omar helped another. The other paragraph should briefly state what I can do in relation to the job description description just to show that I thoroughly read and understood the last paragraph. Okay, should indicate that I attached my portfolio to the cover letter and that they should send me a direct message in order to schedule a call or to chat on how I can be of great assistance to them. Always add a always add a human touch to each cover letter. Okay, I request for. Okay, so let's go back to that guy that was giving us hooks. Where is that guy? Not here. Oh, okay. Um, where is the other guy that I put inside the. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll look for good hooks. Probably not the full story. I'm eager to apply. I don't think I like that. You can also still write, ensure you mention keywords or whatever. Okay. So you can just use Google, check other people's from Google, normal Google, you can find other types. Okay. So resume genius. Mm. So you see, something has been top of my mind for a moment. I picked up a copy. So you see the way this one started the cover letter. So as a virtual assistant who's obsessed with I love PDF, I was curious to see your listing for a something position. Whether it's okay. So that's good too. As a state qualified registered nurse. One thing is true, selling, so you see, this is like a story. One thing is true, selling is not for the faint-hearted. And if you are looking for a sales representative to join your company, they should not only possess the salesmanship but also the experience. So you see, this is good too for your sales. Okay. So let me copy. I want to copy like five. Can also watch YouTube videos, anything. Just you also think. Can also use your aqua. You can also think this thing. So yeah. So let me just put it. So let's go on. Now a lot of times, like when I was teaching my students, we had to prompt it. That one that we use for this job, we prompt it 1 million thousand times before it start the head correct. So stressing us. Okay, so you can prompt it multiple times and that until it starts giving you what you want. So let's go to most recent warm appointment setter. Thomas Law and Consulting. This is a law firm. This is a law firm, so you can choose to apply. Present setter means that you just be making calls. Abi? Follow up warm leads via phone. So this is actually good. Warm leads means that you are following up people that they have their details already. So you are not going to look for their client. So guys, I think this is actually a good job. $7 to $20 per hour if you are interested. So let's copy this one. Send a resume and a short video. So this one, I want to hear your accent. So you can copy that or not. Dear, we run an e-commerce. Okay. So I can probably come here, look for the client's name. So this is already 20 to 30 to 50 people that have hired this thing. So I'm not seeing, my most recent job is 1 hour ago. But this is 7 minutes. Spanish. Best matches. Private executive assistant for healthcare, 11 minutes ago. Payment unverified, but the person is in Canada. So this is like an exception. If the person is in Canada, US, I used to always apply, especially if the person joined. So the person has not had time to verify the account yet. So the person joined today and the person in Canada. So I will apply with it. I will apply to this job if I were you. So this is something I can do. SOP. Remote trial students, SOP, Google Drive, Notion. Share you see what you can do. Optimizing calendar, including blocking CEO, na sabi do am. Send the daily brief and meeting recap. 10 hours flexible. Have you supported a founder before? If yes, how did you help them stay organized? What makes someone an exceptional EA in your opinion? Share an example of system or workflow you've created that helped your previous clients save and track time. You won't just dey come and apply oh. So, but she has invited one person. So this is an invited one person, blah blah blah. So let me put this into my. It's a 30-day private test for a long run. Okay, she's willing to pay $9 to $12 per hour. So let's see. You should pray. Oh. You say, okay, I will remember that. You can also na you sabi. So it has created a chart here for you. I did not give it a lot of prompts for the book, but let's see. So it used the first prompt. It was exactly 2 hours before a critical meeting on my brother, and my manager just asked me to redo the entire set under the title. Hey, hey, is this not exactly what we used? I reworked our pitch from ground, and it seems that the best part, our clients love the in my past role, I've worked with interns who, much like you, was juggling multiple tasks. Google, their Google Drive was, I don't know. Don't want to use words that you don't know. Me, I don't know the meaning of this word. So use a word that you know. But everything, I think everything from here is okay. It said their Google Drive was blah blah blah, and important documents were frequently misplaced. I took the initiative, so you can use this for physical this thing. I took the initiative to completely overhaul the this thing. As executive, I am confident, blah blah. So it's good that this thing is salicized. I've attached my portfolio. So it actually follows through. Okay. This is what from what we did, what is this? Even if this hook is exactly what I gave it, but you know that you prompt it again. This is what a great start, okay? From the hook. This is what a story, okay? Story and solution in relation to what the job is. This is what in relation to the job, what I can do. This is what call to action. I have attached my portfolio for your review, which further highlights my capabilities and experience. I am eager to discuss how my skills can be. Blah, 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 blah. Please feel free to send me direct message or schedule a call or a chat at your earliest convenience. Okay. So she also asked some questions that you have to. That's why it's not still good to rush. It's good to also read it. She also asked some questions that one, please answer the following. Okay. So AI did not get that. What about, okay, so you just write what about answers to the questions. So you have to prompt it. But once you prompt it, and you prompt it well, it will start giving you what you want. You're absolutely right. My apologies. Okay, so I have extensive experience. So you can read through as an exceptional virtual assistant, blah 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 blah. Okay. Share an example. One, the passport system I created was streamlining the onboarding process for this thing. So you can also mention in this now, you still mention Notion. I'm just dreaming of remote tribesmen. But yes, this is how you can prompt AI. So let's copy another one. So you cannot prompt it well by giving it what? More hooks. Give it more hooks. Think about different things, write it. You can put the hooks. Each hook should be in its own double tag. So let's copy this. This is what we copied now. Experienced English administrator. Okay, so remember, another thing I will do is that I want to also check, do you speak and write English? If not, do not apply. Hey, nah. So you need to check all this. So this one, you need somebody that you must have a 90% JSS. And that person must be fluent in English. She has already hired somebody. Shall you see? Shall you see why I say it's good to apply immediately if the client is there. So the client already hired somebody. So no need to parry. Let's go to the next one. Let's search. So another thing is search. Learn to always use your search, because there's sometimes the Upwork, don't trust Upwork to show you everything. Sometimes the Upwork may not even show you everything. You have to use your search. So I'm speaking fast. Shey you say I just search this client, this job just came up 12 seconds ago, but they need somebody that can speak Spanish. That's the wahala. They need somebody that can speak Spanish. So I cannot speak Spanish. Oh. So that's the 70% higher rate is a red flag. 2.7 review out of 4 reviews, red flag too. So I will not even want to apply to that job. So see this job 2 minutes ago, unverified, but the person is in the US. Okay, when the person join Upwork yesterday, so I will apply to this job. The person is somebody in America, Africa, Europe, Mexico. So I apply to the job. It's willing to pay $500 per whatever. I think it's per month. So that's for fixed rates. They are not paying you per hour. They are paying you fixed. So it can be $500 per month, per week. You have to ask the client. It's not just that $500 a day. So this job, I come apply for it 3 hours ago, and few people have applied for it. Why now? So yes, they are just different conditions. But if the client is Pakistan, even if the client is Pakistan and I've paid $100, I know if they apply safe. And what for Pakistan that have not this thing. So let's do this, and we can wrap up. Control V. Okay, so he said it's paying you monthly. Shape or saw it. Paying you monthly. So it's going to be paying monthly. So it's $500 per month. In exactly 2 hours. So you see, it's giving you the same thing. I know you have saved this reasoning. Always don't be don't be too robotic. Na robot sha. Don't be too robotic. Always don't be too robotic. That was just an example. Please be creative when using it. So what you probably do is that you have to add more hooks. Okay? Okay, so yeah. So that's that for this job. Then you now still change your, so this is actually a good job to apply to. Less than 5 minutes. Why was I not seeing 20 something minutes? 3 hours. I don't know. Then it's one job posted. So if I were you, I will actually apply to that job. Sha. How many this is usually lower for new jobs? Seven connect. You have nothing to lose. So okay, so admin role for startup. So that one now is $50. You don't know if it's $50 per day or per month. Okay, so Saudi Arabia, where money is flowing. So yeah, this job. So you can come here to look for clients. So say client was not responsive. So his name is Khalid. Person's name is Khalid. Great Khalid. So yeah, I've copied the job 31 minutes ago, 10 to 15. So if a job is, if I say let me advise you, if a job is 15 to 20, I will advise you not to apply if you are being very distinct. If you are being very careful. Shey you see, so it's not being this thing. A fury of urgent emails, a looming deadline for a crucial this thing, and a calendar packed with back-to-back meetings. This was the scene that greeted one of my startups. Shey you pass scene. This was a scene after I don change am for the AI, that greeted one of my startup clients every morning. They were brilliant at innovation but drowning with daily administrative tasks. I stepped in not to just tackle but anticipated needs. Okay, in a previous role supporting a, please don't use English that you don't understand. You can even tell it, please use simple English. Please use simple English. Simple English words. So imagine this, just 2 hours before a meeting with a key client, my boss asked me to completely redo. I don't know this one. Oh. So I like this, okay? So what I will do is I want to copy this and say, use simple words or simple words. Okay. You can still copy it and do it. So there are a lot of people that know English in this life. Me, I'm not one of them. So you can use it. So imagine a startup founder starting each day with, did they add, another thing is, did they add startup here? That's another thing to pay attention to, because don't go and give them what they are not. We're looking for a reliable to, okay, so they added startup. Okay. So you can also tell them, don't start with imagine. Okay. Because everybody wants to be starting with imagine. So that's how you customize your AI until your AI is your brain. Starting each workday, one of my past startup clients faced beautiful. This is what I wanted. Starting each workday, you say hi. What's his name? Ahmed, Abi. Hi, Ahmed. Or you can just don't not write the I Ahmed. There's hi. Saying hi to somebody is not really important. You can still say hi, Sha. Americans they too like this thing. So starting is a calendar full of meetings. They were brilliant with new ideas, but often lost in daily tasks. In my last job, I helped a new startup where the owner was. This thing doesn't sound like AI now. Are you people? Do you think it's this thing? I'm truly excited and here. As a virtual assistant, I added my portfolio so you can see my past work on how I help busy people. I can work about 20 hours each week and I'm flexible. So this one you change it. I can work about what 40 hours each week and I'm flexible to fit the meet schedule. Please send a message to set up a quick call or chat about how I can be helpful. So if I see something like this compared to what other people are writing as cover letter, I will open it. So I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince and not confuse. So if you're able to set your AI well, no need to be alternating all those things I was doing. So just copy paste. After you paste, read through. After you read through, you like it, send. Before you know, less than how many minutes you have um, you have done your profile. So let's see this one. Hi, we're looking for a passionate fiction publishing virtual assistant. I don't know anything about that too. Ha! See questions. Application question. Please respond to the following when applying. Say na dark romance. Abeg, let me go to light romance. I am a child of light. Do you know see the way my eye is easily picking the things? So Portugal and I spent $45. You join Upwork match. You need only Americans and you and Europe. So that's just it for that. So let me check if on people. I've not checked on people since. But if we see the client's name, can we start with Hey Odosa or Hello Odosa? Yes, you can start with the client's name. It's even good to always start with something like that, okay? So my own is that if I now say hey, let's say if I say hey Odosa, starting each work day, one of my okay, it should just rhyme, sha. You can say hey Odosa, hello. It's good to actually greet them, not greet like good morning, no. Just say hey. It's good to actually start like that, but it is that everybody is starting like that. So just maybe just write something catchy at first and say hello. Just say do you know that I just recently cleared out 4,000 emails, blah 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 blah, and in less than 20 seconds. Hey Abdul, this thing, this your job, blah blah blah, just made me something that just make it, I don't know, just make it nice and special. That's what they want to read. Say, this person understands me. Before the person will not even check whether you have another job or not. Person will just employ you. So I feel there are plenty things you can do. You can actually leverage AI. So you can look for a lot of maybe 20 or 50 hooks. Put it in that your AI. Cook that AI. Just cook that place very well. All you have to do is just copy and paste and you're good to go. That's just it. So just apply very early. Apply very early and follow through and you're good to go. So I think that's what we'll do today, because me, I'm tired. I have to go and rest. Tomorrow is a long day. We've already used it's almost going to 3 hours. So yeah, if you have any questions, I think we're able to understand. If you have any questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. I will see you people in September. That's our next thing in September. So if there's any new tips and new tricks, I will let you people know. But September, I probably review profile. But from what I've explained, you already know what you should do for your profile. Since the last free webinar till now, there are a lot of people that have landed jobs. So please, when you get your job, let us know in the Telegram group so that we'll celebrate you. As if are getting more jobs, people are encouraging me to be offering free webinars. Okay, but encouraging me to be offering more free stuff. So if you have any questions, ask. We have 23 more minutes and we are done. And we are done. Um, okay, so let me see. You are very welcome. Types of dollar accounts to use in Biconnect. It's just US dollars. It's just US dollars. Yeah. So this video will be available here on YouTube. That's why I like using YouTube. This thing. You have it on YouTube, so you can watch it anytime. You can go through the cover letter, stuff that we went through and all. Okay. So I think in the absence of any other question, I will see you people. Please link to Telegram. Okay, so what I will do is, I don't know if it's clickable there. I'll paste it on my recent post on yeah, my recent post on this thing. Go to my recent post on LinkedIn. I'll post the Telegram link there so that you can join. So let me post it now. The recent post where I wrote we are live. Okay, so let me write Telegram. I think that should be the group. Okay, yeah. So just go to that we are live posts and you see Telegram. I'd love to ask, is it compulsory to fill in the specialized profile if we are not setting? No, it's not compulsory. So you can start with your own work profile. I'm not sure you answered me yet. Please, is there a way to retrieve my? I said you should do all the things I said to get Rising Talent badge. That's what you should do. All the things I said to get Rising Talent badge, do it. Okay. All the things I said you should do. Stay active. Apply to job, because if you don't stay active, they're going to take it. So if you don't have connect, do what I said. Be showing up, be touching up your profile, come here, apply to job, do like you want to apply but then run away. Okay, so I think we can end this here. Let me see. What is the question, please? Here's a precious. Your this thing is I understand though. Where's the other question? I know they see your question. Was it yesterday you asked it? Okay, we're ending this now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so pressure, you don't have any question. I was waiting for you before. All right, bye people. Thank you so much for watching.